Yo, hello everybody. How you doing? How's your week been? Mine has been horrible. But here we are. God damn it, Mika, I've got work in the morning. Have you considered not living in whatever time zone you're living in? Have you considered that? Howdy bug guys, how's life? Life is living. It's, kinda sucks ass, but we're doing Twitch right now, so we don't have to think about it for the next 2 to 3 hours. We don't have to think about how bad it is right now. Hello, Michael. My name is not Michael. I guess it technically is, because, Michaela is a derivative of the masculine Michael. So yeah, I guess you're right. I guess that's technically correct. I hate that. Mika, I love you. I love you too. Romantically and platonically. I love you in the way that Jesus would. Working a 9 to 5 is killing me. Just quit. If we all quit and if we all stop paying our taxes, the government can't arrest all of us because there's not enough room in jail. So we should just do that. Michael Wave is less than Mika Wave. Yeah, I'd say so. I think I'm the better Michael here. Life always sucks ass. Yeah. Why L week? It's cause my mom is sick and I don't like it. It's very difficult. It's not enjoyable. It's a very bad time. I have arrived. What's up, Kresno? Everybody, Kresno's here. Kresno's here. Everyone say hi to Kresno. Jesus wouldn't love me. I'm sure he would. You just have to accept him into your arms. In fact, let's add. Where's my Jesus.png? Where did I put that? Let's put that in here somewhere. Hopefully, I can add this without stream crashing. That'd be cool. I actually don't. Where's Jesus? Where the fuck did he go? God damn it! Here he is. There he is. Jesus loves you. He's here for you. He's here for you, Miguel. He's a little big. He's a little big for my liking. We need to, there we go. He's blocking Boris though, which is kind of irritating. Put him right there. There we go. He's gonna tell me to get a job. Jesus would never do that. I feel like Jesus would be anti-work. He's kind of a communist, isn't he? What's up, beautiful people? I wouldn't, beautiful is a strong word for me and the people in the stream. This is an ugly goblin stream, for your information. Last time I interacted with you was something about a snake, I think. I do have a snake. Maybe it's in regards of the ball python that I have. She's sleeping on the cold side of her tank for some reason today, and it's kind of concerning me. I'm working right now, but I don't care. It's my first time here. Hi, everybody. Hello! Hello, Wind Moon Witch. How's it going? I haven't had a job in over a year. I should maybe do something about that. Oh, wait, I can't! I kinda can't, because I'm, like... I'm a little something called a full-time caregiver. So it's a little difficult. What do you mean I'm stunning, Mika? I'm a 4 out of 10. That's too attractive for this stream. This is 2 and below. Okay? Lads, what do I draw today for a Mika stream? You should draw me giving somebody bad relationship advice and then they kill themselves as a result because I told them the wrong thing. Dating sucks. Fuck this stupid baka life. I agree. What if we all just stop being actual upstanding citizens at the same time? Yeah, we could do a purge. If we all just agree to do a purge together. There's not enough. You see what's happening in fucking Los Angeles. There's not enough fucking ICE people. they're getting beaten the fuck down. Okay, we just all need to be united in one thing, which is not paying our fucking taxes anymore, and we could make some real change in this country. I mean, you guys fucking saw what happened this morning. Fucking P. Diddy got off. P. Diddy got fucking off. He got acquitted of fucking everything that was actually bad. He's going to jail for like a year maximum because you can just do crime if you have the money for it. And I'm tired of this shit. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, he did in fact get acquitted of like most things. Oh, hello! Hi, it's me! Yeah, I should put the Jesus in here, too. Well, if I do that, people are gonna think I'm, like, really religious or something. And that's gonna, like, make me feel uncomfortable, maybe. I don't know. See, there's this issue that I think people online have these days where they can't understand irony anymore. And it makes me feel uncomfortable putting a Jesus in my fucking stream as, like, as a joke. Because people can't take jokes anymore.
Oh, yeah, you have a Jesus in your stream? Are you, like, some evangelical Christian or something? Oh, I don't like that!
This is an insane way for me to learn Diddy is free. Yeah, I learned it, like, 10 minutes ago from a Moist Critical video that just came out. Yeah, basically, they didn't find him guilty of shit. The most they found him guilty of, is of, like, crossing state lines to engage in prostitution. That was his most egregious charge, and I think that's like a year maximum. A year maximum he's gonna— well, it's like 10 years maximum, right? But that's like for the most egregious charges, which he didn't get, so it's probably not gonna be more than a year that he gets. So yeah, so next time you want to do crime, just be really rich and you can just do it. You can just have that. You can have a little crime as a treat, as long as you pay off an elected official or something. Let's see, let's get something a little more relaxing here. Green room. That's my go-to. There it is. There we go, easy listening. And the Diddies get diddier? Yeah, dude. If you have money, you can diddle as much as you want. I mean, it's tragic, but to be expected. Epstein is the pedo of the political side of the country, and Diddy is the pedo of the celebrity side. Well, at least they killed Epstein. They could have at least suicided
Mika, I will repeat my threats
Diddy.
until I get noticed.
What?
I will indeed kill myself if I don't get bitches after this stream. I'm in your hands, father.
Alright, I promise you'll get bitches. No, well, we'll see. Okay, I like to say, well, this is not ironic, as you might think it is, of a stream. Like, you think, okay, well, you're single and autistic and a woman, what could you possibly have to offer in terms of,
Oh yay, my
dating advice?
Michael Wave is streaming. Asgore once said, "Don't forget, I'll hit you with my phone."
You might think I don't have anything to offer in terms of this. However, I have a lot of life experience. I've had a lot of terrible things happen to me over the past 14 years. So I think I am uniquely qualified in telling you, in terms of dating, what you should and shouldn't do, okay? I think I can at least guarantee that I have, you know, some advice that might be astute. Given that also most of you are, like, early 20s, and I'm 33 and old. So, I have that going for me, so I think I could help at least a few of you in that regard. What's the artwork in the background? There's no— oh, you mean the poster? It's an Undertale poster. And then the one next to it is, it's a short film that 2 of my friends made called Voice in the Hollow. You should check it out! It's good! It's real good! Alrighty, well, I guess
Mika's
people are here.
dating advice. Just draw furry prawn and everything will be okay.
You know what? It's not a bad idea. If you're, like, in the furry community and you want to attract another hot furry bitch, that might be a good place to start. Alright, so let's move this over here. There's enough people. So we can get started, I think. Let me just organize my tabs. Let's open Opera GX. Maybe. Well, I don't think I'm signed into Google for Opera. Let's try to give that a shot. Oh, that works. Okay. Yep. Well, actually, no. We're gonna move. We don't want the link visible, so we're gonna keep this on here. I'm trying not to open the link on stream because I don't want people to like use it. 1 second. Open it here. And then we're gonna, I don't know if this is actually possible. Is there a way to like expand this so you guys can't see the link? Maybe. You know what, maybe I'll open Photoshop and I'll screen cap it. And we'll do it like that. And then that way you can't see the fucking, the URL, the URL. You can't see the URL. So we're just gonna wait for a second. We're gonna open Photoshop. Okay? So we're gonna all be good boys and chat and nobody uses this URL. Only I'm allowed to see it. So you guys can't edit it. Noelle Deltarune holiday dating advice. She needs it. No, Noelle has it in the fucking bag. Okay? She's gonna hit that. She's gonna hit that big dinosaur pussy, okay? There's no questions about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. She's very gently gaslighting Susie Deltarune into, munching that minge. So don't worry about her. Worry about yourselves. Alrighty. Control, no, come on, screenshot it. Damn it. Are we gonna have a fucking problem today, Photoshop? Are we doing this today right now? Huh? Print screen! There we go. And we're gonna crop it so you can't see the URL. And then we're gonna scoot this over here. And then we're gonna... No, I want the big one. I want the big one. I want the zoom in. There we go. Okay. Almost ready. Hold, hang on. Hang tight. Hang tight. Then we're gonna scoot. She's so hot. Who's hot? I don't allow hot people in the stream. This is a goblins only stream.
You can just download the whole folder and open it locally.
Oh, too late. Too late. I have it open on Photoshop. What's up? What the fuck is up? Alrighty. So, hold on, let me open Instagram. Make sure I don't abandon the Instagram chat like I tend to do. Alright. Let's cut. We're coming in hot. How does one get their ex back after and or during no contact by Lotta 21 or was it Iota 21? All right. So, you do not
Mika, time to ban yourself.
Why? Was there tits on the screen? I didn't put any tits on the screen yet. Okay, so you don't do that. Do not pursue an ex. If they wronged you before, they'll fucking do it again. If somebody is able to walk out of your life that easily, they'll walk out of your life again. Even if you do, like, that fucking bullshit thing that people say, like, all these love gurus on fucking TikTok and Instagram.
In general.
I'll check that out in a sec. Even if you do the whole no contact rule and you, like, give, like, the avoidant person their little time to cool off, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work a second time. That person is still fucking avoidant. They're not gonna, like, suddenly change their ways just because you gave them space. If they need that much fucking space from you, don't fucking date them because you're just fighting an uphill battle. Don't fucking do that to yourself. This is a no going after your ex type advice. Who just subbed? How dare you? Thank you for subbing, Mr. Cure Purple. Thank you. Their desire for violence has captivated me. What? I'm sorry, what? I also drew Beaver Mika. Oh, Jesus. There's a lot going on already. Hold on, let me check it out. Do not go for your exes. You're just poisoning yourself. Don't fucking do that. You deserve more than somebody who's broken your heart a first time. Don't fucking do that. Thank you, Cresno. This is the beautiful art that we can expect in this kind of stream. This is beautiful. It makes me think of Void Stranger, giving me that kind of flashback. How does one get their ex back after during no contact? Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. We can change. Your ex just means you can excuse them to mess up. No. Fucking do not do that shit. Don't. I've had those thoughts myself. I thought I'd do the whole no contact thing with an ex from like last year, so I went 3 months of not talking to this motherfucker. Do you know what it changed after I finally broke no contact? Fucking nothing. It doesn't change anything. That person has made it clear that they don't want you, and it fucking sucks and it fucking hurts, but that is a boundary that they're setting, and no amount of groveling or giving into their retarded avoidance demands it's not gonna fix that, so just don't. Have some fucking self-confidence and heal and try again, but with somebody else, not with this fucking same person. All right, Ziggy22. How do I make a move on a person that has stated that they want to kill me? Their desire for violence has captivated me. Okay, that's what you guys meant earlier. That's a good question. So, maybe there's some kinky undertones to that. It kind of depends on if
My
they're...
therapist put it perfectly. There is a reason why a relationship ends. If she isn't the right person for you, she simply is not. Even if you would get rid of the reason.
Yeah, just don't, man. Like, you don't... If somebody doesn't want you, they don't want you. There's nothing you can really do about it. You can't, like, force them to want you. And, especially if it's, like, an avoidant person. If you're trying to date, like, an avoidant person, don't, because they're probably retarded.
Ziggy, you're a real one. As we all know, the more mental illness, the more grip.
Well, if they're being cheeky about it, then they might actually just be flirting with you in, like, a very yandere kind of way. I guess I'd need more context for this, I guess. Because they might just be completely unserious and they might just be fucking with you. Or they might actually want to physically hurt you, in which case you shouldn't pursue that for your own safety. So, I don't know. That's a bit of a dubious question for me. It depends on the context. All right, let's the next one. I guess I should download these so the stream moves faster. Where do I download these? I guess in my downloads that would be a good place to store them.
Did you know that mantis female eat the male after copulation?
I did know that, yeah. Pretty based, if you ask me. What the fuck? This is just opening, like, my notes from fucking college. This is not going to work. I don't know how to use doc opener. Yes, this used to be my life for 10 years. This is not gonna work. I think I'm just gonna go back to fucking screenshotting. Because I don't know how to use my own computer. Alrighty.
Why do some women lead men on when they have zero intention be in relationship with them?
Well, that's not necessarily a woman thing. That's a universal problem with people. Hold on. Let's see. Why is it? I don't want it to open in fucking as a docx document. I want this to open in like Photoshop or something. Alright, Milko, how about this? How about you make this like... make it like invite only, and then I'll give you my email address so that we don't have to deal with this, because this is very clunky. I'll put this in the moderator chat in Discord. Invite me to view this Google Drive document, and then it should be fine. This is my spam email. I'll put that in there.
Congrats on YouTube partner and highest viewer count yet.
Thank you. This is really scary. You guys can't tell how badly I'm sweating. I don't like it. But thanks. I'm fucking terrified right now. Right, hopefully that works. Cause this is a little miserable trying to screenshot things.
Also crabs.
Crabs? Is majestic cactus here? How did I know? How did I know without reading it? How did I fucking know? Mika take a shower? No, I took one 2 days ago. I'm fine. I don't need another shower. We don't need another one for at least 3 more business days. No, Mika, please don't take a shower. I didn't say I would. I didn't promise that. I'm not doing that shit. Nah, you gotta drink water or something. I ran out of water. I have these nutrition shakes because I don't like eating, and eating is a chore. This should at least help me not have that thing that happens where I get really exhausted during stream and my blood sugar plummets. That should help.
Where's the goop?
Where's the goop? I don't have any goop. I ordered baby food and it never arrived. Okay, that should work. It should be invite only now, and then we shouldn't have issues with people going into this Google Drive link and fucking everything up. Yeah, it looks like I can, in fact, open it. Nice. All right, we're moving this to the big screen.
Will you do more of these? Or it's just a one-time thing?
I'll do more of them. I might not get to all of these today, actually. All right. Wilton, 18. I did dox myself last stream. The dudes who weren't present last stream can go fuck themselves. Okay, I'm sure that's not, like, an issue. I guess I'm assuming this is a picture of you. I guess. We'll just say this is you.
To women who want to kill me, especially if they try to do it in increasingly convoluted and Looney Tunes-like ways.
Oh, like with a like dynamite and like a cartoonishly large hammer? I feel that. I think I would be into that if I were a dude. All right, let's take a look. You're from Green, Japan. What was that? Which place was Green, Japan? I don't remember the actual name of Green, Japan. Bangladesh. Bangladesh. It's Bangladesh. Okay. Your special interests. I play guitar, I draw, I play games. Your go-to Riz method. What kind of music are you into right now? Okay. Oh, asking a woman a question is good. One thing that people are guilty of during dates is they don't ask the other person enough questions and they tend to talk about themselves too much. So that can be good and that can also be bad. Sometimes letting the other person talk is good because it allows them to tell on themselves if they're like hiding something because they might be afraid of dead air. But usually the rule of thumb is if you're trying to riz somebody up on the date and you're like really insecure about it, you should make sure you're asking them a fair amount of questions so that you're not the only person talking. Oh, somebody subbed on YouTube. Wow, I'm so popular today. Date location, a park. Park is good. Main perks, it's good. You can cook, that's good. Biggest red flag, exactly what my last crush said. You're unconfident. I just texted her. All right, as far as confidence goes, you just have to practice talking to women. You should endeavor to make friends with women that you're not necessarily attracted to, or if you don't, like, have any ulterior motive, you should just practice talking to women, because that's, like, it's a good exercise. If you can talk to a girl you're not attracted to, you can talk to a girl you are attracted to. Just, like, kind of mentally group them in the same box, and it'll work out for you, I promise. Who subbed? How dare you? Thank you. Thank you, Lavender Cato. These motherfuckers young? I was about to say, aren't you really young? But then I remembered that was like, you were my roommate like 10 years ago. You're much older, aren't you? I'm like, mentally, I'm still stuck in 2018 and 2017, back when you were like 19 years old. So that was like 7 years ago. So you're like late 20s now. Damn, that's weird. That's fucking weird to think about. Because you just used to be my little tiny little guy roommate. You used to be like my child. Now you're old. That's weird.
Just ask questions and then forget.
Yeah. People get flattered when you remember things about them. That's a good way to riz up a woman, especially. Like if a girl gets her hair cut, she wants you to be able to notice that she did that, and just knowing that you're paying attention to small details.
Trying anymore. I suck at asking questions. I run out of questions after I ask.
You have to practice, Seth. You have to practice.
The only way for a good relationship to even a chance of existing is to completely forget about the idea of relationships.
No. Seth, listen. What are you? You're like 24. No, you can't get up. You can't give up. I can give up because I'm 33. I'm allowed. You still have 10 years before you're allowed to say this shit. Okay? You just have to fucking practice. And I know you can do it, because I used to be in the same boat. I used to be a very socially awkward person. I used to fucking hate talking to people. It used to be so fucking bad that I couldn't, like, talk to cashiers at the grocery store. I would, like, make a fucking beeline to the self-checkout so I wouldn't have to talk to anybody. I fucking hated talking to people. And now, look at me now. I don't shut the fuck up. I've had it in me this entire time. It just takes practice. My recommendation, actually, Seth, if you're terminally online anyway, you should just start streaming. You should just start streaming, and then it kind of forces you to talk. Whether it's talking to yourself or somebody that comes into the stream, it's like you're training the plastic bits of your brain to be able to fill up awkward moments with, whatever you want. Just don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about having a filter. You'll figure it out eventually. You just need to fucking practice talking, and then having charisma and being able to talk to people you're attracted to, that'll come later, I promise. You just chill out, okay? No giving up yet. bro, you're 25, I'm 25. That's late. That's, because, you know, when you're 25, you're closer to 30 than you are to 20, because, you know, time is moving forward, it doesn't move backwards, so technically, you're late 20s, alright? No notes. I will take no notes on that statement. Alright, personal hell, conventions, and someone I respect watching my cringy shit. So, being cringe is something...
Fellas, rizzing someone is 75% parts being able to dodge shit with your soul and 25% remembering Toby Fox exists and he believes in you 0 and 0. 1% being their type. Trust me, bro.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You just have to have determination, man. Undertale changed my life. I think I was genuinely a more personable and outgoing person after I played that game. And also, it became, like, something I could talk to other people about, like a special interest, because I became extremely autistic about it. And that, in turn, turns into all 3 of your roommates in college playing Undertale and not shutting the fuck up about it. So, you know, it's a good way to start a conversation with people. Anyway, you shouldn't be afraid of being cringe. I feel like that's, like, a very uniquely Gen Z problem, where Gen Z is afraid of being cringe. Stop being afraid of being cringe. If you're not cringe some of the time, then you're boring, right? If you're not a little bit weird, what's there to like? You have to have, like, little things that make you kind of fucked up and perfect that make you endearing. So don't be afraid of being cringe. And you're probably not as cringe as you think you are. You should watch, like, cringe compilations on YouTube to see just how cringy people can fucking get, okay? What do you... Wait, hold on. Dating experience? I still binge shows...
It's only cringe if they look you weird.
Yeah, it's only it's only cringe if you're not attractive. Remember, you can be as cringe as you want to if you have a glow up. Dating experience? I still binge shows in the background of everything I am in fact watching. That's not a dating experience. This is you talking about TV. That's not dating experience. But you do have an ex. What do you think your ex would warn me about?
Are you gonna make a vid with this?
Maybe. Depends on how fucking stupid I look in the VOD. Or I don't know. I do have a proposition for anybody who is willing to do this. If you feel like going through the trouble of making a meme page for me on Instagram, and the meme page gets popular, you can make money off of it.
The yang. One must have some cringe in the based, and based in the cringe.
Correct. Yeah, if somebody wants to make a meme page and you make money off of it on Instagram and it gets, like, really popular, I won't ask you for that money. I won't give a shit. That's your money. You get it from fucking Mark Zuckerberg himself. It's just, like, it's just something I don't have time to do, basically.
So, do you mind if I... Chris?
Please don't be Sans. Please don't be Sans.
Please.
You guys just need to have Riz like Sans Undertale. You can be a manlet, skeleton, and bald, and you can still get the hottest bitch in the game, okay? Just be Sans Undertale. But yeah, as I was saying, if somebody wants to make a fucking Instagram clip shit about me and all the stupid stuff I do on VODs and stuff in stream, go ahead and you have my blessing. If it gets popular and you get thousands of followers and
Fellas,
Zuckerberg starts paying you,
Women
that's your money, you take it.
And make fucking hentai tags tier lists, and they still are loved to death by their communities, despite knowing it's parasocial,
Yeah.
cringe, and weird.
Whatever that guy
Long live
said.
FaZe, Connect, and Sheena.
Alright, back to this. We might need to increase the cost of TTS, because it's like, it's a lot of people talking over me, and it's a little difficult to stay on track here. Hold on 1 second. Channel points. I do appreciate the TTS, but it's difficult to stay on track. It's been 30 minutes and we've only gotten through one profile. Let's see. What sound alerts? That's what it is. Just gonna increase that a little bit, just a little. Where are you? There it is. It's only 200. Shit. It needs to be at least 5.
You ugly bald bitch.
Thanks. Thanks for pressing that button. I was waiting for somebody to do that. There we go. Just a little bit less TTS so we can stay on track here. I've again lost the Instagram chat. I forgot about it. Didn't mean to interrupt. It's okay. It's like I want to a little bit stay on track, I guess. And you know, get through some of these reasonably. Okay, favorite place to rot on the internet. Undertale subreddit. I would rot happily there. You know, that's good because a lot of girls play Undertale. It's a very girly game. Hot take, it was petty of YouTube to find some way to block ad blocks as if a million... Just use uBlock at origin. That one works really good. Wild card freebie overshare. I like this picture, by the way. It's really good. If this was like a dating profile picture, it would go kind of hard. Because it's not like you 1,000 yards away from the camera. And it's not a picture of you holding a fucking fish. So this is a fucking funny image. It drives my curiosity. Okay. I went out with the lesbian girl I mentioned. This is way, way, way after she told me she was in a relationship with some girl on Twitter. Her parents took us there, and I helped her win the crane games and shit. I somehow managed to get a ton of plushies. Also, the next day, she told me her mom told her that she wanted to adopt me. I almost cried. I don't know what to make of that. I think you got, like, sun-zoned. And I think she enjoys that you got her a lot of free plushies, maybe. I think my profile is a 3 out of 10. It's not a 3 out of 10. You if we're talking about looks, you've got, like, the swagger. You got, like, this kind of angular, angry face that bitches love. You got the face that bitches love. You're just really young. So you have to slow your fucking roll. Alright, here's the dating question. Hello, Mika and chat. Today I will be asking you all how a newly conceived adult who is basically about to dox himself. I know you are here, Unc Dave. I am looking at the chat right now. Avoid being slapped on a date. Dude, you're not gonna get slapped on a date unless you, like, feel up a girl's ass. You need to slow down. I think you're a little bit scared. I'm gonna tell you right now that women, they can smell fear. So you need to, like, not give them the advantage. Yeah, dude, you need to chill. Chat says you need to chill out. It's not as scary as you think it is. Okay? Just relax. Seen as a sibling by love and as a child by their parents. That might not be great for you. Being in the friend zone isn't a bad thing. Being in the sibling zone is. Okay? Question 1. How do I not be an asshole? Well, that depends. In what ways do you think you're an asshole? Being an asshole is kind of subjective, I'd say. You know, as long as you're, like, not going up to a girl and telling her that she, like, fucking stinks, or her hair is weird, or her skin is the wrong color. These are all things I've experienced on dates, and, well, not necessarily dates. I was married to this person. So, you know, the bar is actually pretty low. I don't think you're an asshole like you think you are. You might need to take a little bit of time to self-reflect on why you think that about yourself. Question 2, how do I break the wall? I may not have been on dates yet, but I see couples hooked on their phone the whole time until it's the moment that they are about to leave. Break the wall? What do you mean by that? What do you, in fact, mean by that? Are you trying to figure out how do you get, like, your first date? There's not really a surefire way to do that. You just have to... Did one of my dots fucking fall off? It probably did, damn. You just have to find somebody that likes you back, and in order to do that, you just have to be the best possible version of yourself. And that is something that just comes with time and maturity. And as a person, you're always growing, doesn't matter how old you are. It's just like, does somebody like you in that moment? Does somebody like that current version of you? And just do your best to not be extremely awkward. And you should probably find somebody reasonably soon. But at the same time, the dating world is kind of fucked up. But I think it's, like, mostly an American thing. If you're from Green, Japan, it might be entirely different. In America, you're kind of fucked. Because people are extremely vapid and addicted to phones. And they don't see the merit in people unless they have, like, they meet these incredibly arbitrary and crazy standards. Like, women want, you know, they like that fucking song that came out last year. Like, oh, it needs to be 6'5", blue eyes, finance, 6 figures. Like, there are people who are literally into that and won't settle. In which case, don't date those fucking people because they're retarded. Unfortunately, a lot of people are retarded. So I guess you're trying to figure out how you break into a space in which a lot of people are fucking retarded. And I don't really have answers for you. But I can help you increase your chances a little bit by just telling you, trying to look at your own attributes and figure out what can be improved will help you be more palatable to other people. This is funny because this one time I saw a guy go on 4 dates in a row the same day, and all of those dates ended with him getting slapped I wanted to take a video so bad. This is how I wasted all my savings in one day to see a guy get slapped and hopefully actually had a good date and probably actually had learned something. I want to know what this guy is fucking saying to women where it warrants him getting slapped 4 different fucking times. I don't know who this guy is, but he should absolutely not be your dating role model, and you should reject everything that this man is telling you to do if this is like somebody that you are following around in hopes of getting advice. I swear the only time I can find someone is by going abroad, and let's say it's not very cheap to do that. Sometimes going to a different country is the way if you don't click with the culture that you're surrounded by. But, you know, it is expensive. I didn't learn shit but how to slap a person, as if my mom wasn't a good teacher for that. Fun fact, trying to stay in a restaurant more than 7 hours can be quite expensive. What the fuck? What is the context of this? What the fuck happened? I need to know more about whatever this experience was. I'm extremely fucking confused about how you got into this situation. Hey ladies, I'm a Jeff Main in Marvel Rivals. See, that's a good place to start. If you're into nerdy women especially. That's a good way to disarm. I've never fucking played Marvel Rivals, by the way. I've had enough League of Legends in my life to where I never want to play a competitive online game ever again. But there are women who still do that, so I'm sure they'd really be into people who main the little chubby shark thing. I know that much about Marvel Rivals. I know there's like a shark guy, and he's really cute. I feel like that might work. Valorant, play that. Yeah, that's like a very girl game. It's a very girl-dominated game for whatever reason. I'm not gonna fucking play it, because I can't do first-person shooters without vomiting. But I hear a lot of girls play that fucking game. But as for all this, whoever you've been following around to restaurants to observe how he dates women, I think you should never talk to him again, because he's a bad influence on you. I'm gonna give you the advice that everybody fucking gives everybody every time, and that's because sometimes the best answer is the dumbest one. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to use these, like, overt, get women, red pill, MGTOW, whatever, alpha male tactics. Don't fucking do that. Women are not, like, lines of code that you have to crack. They're people. And sometimes people fuck with you, and sometimes they don't. If you're trying to ruse a woman into being your girlfriend by putting up a front and being somebody that you're not, you can't keep up that phantasm forever. You're eventually going to have to become yourself, because that's fucking exhausting. So it's just a matter of finding somebody that you're compatible with. And it's not fast and it's not easy, but you're really young. You've got time. Time is on your side. It's only a matter of time. So just calm down. Calm down. Okay, you're like 18, right? So you're fine. Just relax. Just fucking relax about it, okay? Alright, next one. Don't play Valorant. It's a trap. Don't play anything by Riot Games. I changed my fucking mind. Don't do that. Don't do that to your fucking self. Alright. Loose questions. We did that. Toriel's favorite pie eater. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Toriel's favorite pie eater. Thanks. From Austin, Texas. Special interest or talents. Hobbies. To relax include gaming, which is my biggest hobby. It's good gaming for women. Don't believe that fucking chart that's been circulating online that says women don't like men that game. There are lots of fucking gamer girls. That's not, like, as rare as you fucking think it is, especially if you're terminally online. There's a lot of bitches that are into video games. It's a bunch of bullshit, okay? Don't believe that chart. Just be yourself unless you're a terrible person, in which case improve. I mean, it sounds stupid, but true. Like, you know, if you're a registered sex offender, you're gonna have a hard time getting women consensually. If you want women, you need to stop being a molester, probably. Or if you're some other kind of criminal, you're just making it more difficult for yourself. Self-improvement isn't hard. It's just about, you know, delayed gratification and doing things that you don't necessarily find fun, but they're good for you. It's like the vegetables of your personality. You need to put more fucking vegetables in your personality, basically. Second to that would probably be watching films, followed by reading. and dabbling in some anime. These are good women-catching hobbies if you like nerdy girls. Other hobbies that don't involve rotting away include guitar playing, lifting, running, and learning Japanese. Your go-to Riz method. There is none. The whiteboard is blank. There is no plan A through Z. All I do is exist and get to know people that dare approach. Alright, so if you're a man, you need to learn how to approach women. Women are generally scared of men, and you are very likely not to ever get approached. And I don't mean like going full retard and jump scaring a bitch in the grocery store when she's just trying to find eggs. I mean like go to groups of things that you like and talk to the people that are there. Man or woman. If you like meet a guy and he happens to have lots of woman friends and he can introduce you into that circle, that's good. That teaches you how to have more friends and it teaches you to approach people. My advice would be start small. Start approaching random dudes on the street and be friends with dudes. And when you think you're ready, start approaching women. And when you approach women, you shouldn't be like going with the sole intention of fucking the woman, because they can smell that. They can smell it a mile away. There's something in your eyes that you guys do when you're hitting on a woman, and we can see it. It's very subtle, but I can see it from a fucking mile away what your intention is. You need to go in there with a very pure platonic tension, like you're fucking a Goku trying to sit on the flying Nimbus, and it only works if you're pure of heart. You need to just be pure and platonic, and then if it evolves into something, great. If it doesn't, don't hold it against the girl. You just need to get your feet wet in talking to people. Date location, probably a barcade or an outlet mall that is nice to walk around with a variety of things to do. Yeah, that's a good one. Barcades are cool. Getting drunk is always nice if you're scared. If both parties are scared, a drink is good. Wait, did you get to mine yet? No, I don't think I did. The PPIs, yeah, it's like you guys get boners with your eyeballs. I don't really know how to fucking explain it. It's just something happens when you look at a girl and you're hitting on her. I can just tell somehow, which is very interesting because, you know, as an Asperger, I'm not supposed to see the social cues, but I guess I've dealt with this enough times to notice, like, okay, he's giving me that look. I know what that means now, because I've been on, like, several dates that I didn't know were fucking dates, and then I would think back to, like, how could I have missed that this was a date, and then I think about the weird, like, glint, the weird eye boner thing that they did, and now I know what a date question is. You could also just... Yeah. You'd also just, like, follow a woman to her car in a parking garage and, corner her in the dark. Then she can't say no. Try that. Personal hell, being so aware of time that you start to be aware of all the milliseconds and nanoseconds that pass by, making every second feel like hours, while you're secretly wishing you could just snap back to a normal sense of time. Who just subbed? How dare you? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Safi. How's it going? Yep, I'm a hypocrite. I have led women on in the past and brushed it off like it was nothing. It's more of a power play. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. The only time I've led somebody on is if, like, I'm not aware that we're on a date right now, which I've done multiple times, and I am deeply sorry that it got to that point. It was that time that, like, somebody asked me to go rock climbing with them, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go rock climbing. That sounds awesome as fuck. Absolutely. And I didn't know it was date because I was too focused on the activity. I was just, like, really excited about going to a rock climbing gym. Sometimes if you're hitting on an autistic woman, you can't make the date too fun because she might say yes for the wrong reasons. Let's see, like imagining being stuck in the moment and wishing it would just end, but it won't, and you can't get out. This is just your reality now, or raw dogging a 3-hour flight. You might be a little mentally ill with that one. That's a very, that's very weird. It's a very unique problem that I've never heard anybody ever say. Thank you, Banana Patrick, for the sub. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing cool. Hope you haven't lost your social media job. I don't remember what your job was the last time I spoke to you. I think maybe you had a new job. I don't remember, but I hope you're doing good. I'm gonna clip that out of context. I'm trying to be super serial. Serial dater back in high school, took a 1.5 year long hiatus to being single, then dated someone for 4 years. Ever since then, it's been light flings over very short, rushed relationships. it might be beneficial in the future for the submission document if we had like, oh, you did include your age. Okay, you're 32. Okay, so you dated in high school, really? Only? Interesting. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Most likely that I can come off as neglectful. I really like to have a balance between hobbies, work, projects, and a social life. And I'd only be with my ex no more than 3 times a week. That's normal. Your ex was fucking clingy. that's kind of incredible. Or maybe, I don't know, because I've dated a lot of avoidant men in the past, and I'd be okay with like once a week. But I didn't know that they were just like intentionally trickle feeding me attention. But I feel like that's a normal amount. Chat, what do you think about that? Is 3 times a week normal, or is that not enough? I feel like that's plenty, because I'm the same way. Like, I don't have time to hang out with people more than 3 times a week. I've got a lot of shit to do in my personal life. Like, I'm an adult. I'm not in high school to where I see you fucking every day in chemistry class. It's a little different when you're an adult. 3 seems fine. 3 is super fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's like not excessive, and it's not enough. I think your ex might be a little crazy. My wife could tell I wasn't looking for more than friends when I approached her. Yeah, women can tell. Women know. They know. Who's the best you've rated so far? I haven't. Well, I guess these aren't really dating profiles. I haven't seen any dating profiles yet. These are just people giving me overviews of the kind of person that they are. We haven't seen any dating app profiles yet. Let's see. Favorite places to rot on the internet, YouTube-related videos after midnight. That's super normal. Being a normie is not a bad thing when it comes to dating, because most people are normies. Hot take, I don't believe relationships are for everyone. I think it's too ingrained in our society that we need to be with someone to find our soulmate, which in turn leads to people making really bad calls and getting in relationships or spawning babies with someone they really shouldn't be with in the first place. I do believe that relationships are wonderful and can lead us to become the best versions of ourselves, but I also believe that it's okay to embrace solitude and maybe even accept the fact that maybe it's not so bad to die alone. I agree with that. I can feel that one. I guess, you know, it's not even necessarily a societal drive so much as it is like a biological drive, because at the end of the day, what is your purpose in life? At the root of everything, it's like spreading your DNA to a future generation, is being biologically successful. So yeah, I think, you know, as allegedly higher thinking animals on this planet, we should have a bit more tact when approaching relationships. And it's not a bad thing to not want to rush things. I completely fucking agree. And I think it's like gaslighting on the behalf of social media, right? Where, you know, you think happiness comes from being a couple with kids, and it's all these dating app websites trying to sell ads, so you get on their fucking dating app because it's so bad to be alone. It's not bad to be alone. You need to figure out yourself before you go investing in another person. So I agree. Wild card freebie to overshare. One time I dated a stripper back in college, and she and I met in one of the shitty ass professor's classes. Damn, she was stripping to pay for college. It's kind of based. Well, it turns out that professor has been farming sugar babies via his students. And guess who he ended up farming? Holy shit, dude. That stripper ex while we were together. Damn, dude. That entire relationship lasted less than 2 months. And we broke up a total of 3 times in that time span. Absolutely the most craziest toxic roller coaster of a relationship. Yeah, so this is why you don't get back together with your exes, because there was something fundamentally wrong in the first place in order to get you to this point where you broke up. So, contacting an ex more often than not is not a good idea. Maybe in like 0.1% of cases, it was just like bad timing. Maybe something happened to the other person where they couldn't reasonably commit to giving you enough time to be in a proper relationship. But that is 99% of the time not the fucking case. Sometimes you just date a stripper and the stripper is also fucking your college professor, and you broke up for that specific reason, and you should stay broken up. Respect and love the sex workers grinding and hustling out there, but that's the first and last time I'm dating one of y'all, Lamau. Yeah, like, you're already showing your asshole to people for money, why do you also need to fuck your professor? I think that's just being greedy. It's being a little greedy. I broke up with the stripper because she was an alcoholic. Oh yeah, I remember Mr. Ice JT also had a relationship with a stripper. It's more common than you think it is. I don't think strippers are beyond being committed, but you know, this girl didn't have to cheat on you while also being a stripper. She's not like making things easy for herself. I think my profile is a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't say that. You guys rate yourself very low. Hi Mika and chat. My question is, at what point during the dating stage with someone do you proceed to make things more serious? For example, let's say you're dating someone for about 3 months. Things are going great. Seeing each other pretty often. Overall, the chemistry is great. Would it be normal to ask where they're standing as far as going steady, or is it too soon, too late? Okay, so this is a question that I ask myself a lot, and it bothers the absolute fuck out of me, because this didn't used to be a thing like 7 years ago. It used to be like you went on like a handful of dates, and from there you decided if you were a boyfriend or girlfriend. None of this fucking waiting 3-month shit. That's way too fucking long. If you're not locking in things at the 1 or 2 month mark, then there is something fucking wrong. Somebody is afraid of commitment. Like, I personally, if I ever go back to dating, I'm not fucking playing that game anymore. Like, I'm not dealing with a person who is that afraid of me, because clearly it's not going to work out. I'm not putting up with people who are like, oh, I'm not ready, we haven't been dating long enough. The last guy I dated, we played this fucking game, and then at the 3 month mark, and I wanted to ask a lot earlier in the relationship, what are we? And but you know, I was scared because of like past relationships, because every time I ask that question, people get fucking scared. You should just lock it in. You should just ask that question within like 4 or 5 dates. After a month, you ask, what are we doing here? And if they say no, fuck it. Just leave that person alone. They're not for you. They don't know what they want, and they're gonna make it your problem. Just do not get attached to people who are just gonna like breadcrumb you. Fuck those people. They don't want anything to do with you. They're not saying maybe we will become committed after more time. They're saying no. That's actually just a nice way of them telling you no, they're not interested in committing to you, because there's something fucking fundamentally wrong with you, or fundamentally wrong with them for waiting that fucking long. They're just, especially if you end up having sex before becoming official, as they say, they just wanted the free sex. That's all they fucking wanted. You're scratching an itch for them, they're using you. Don't date people like that. Fuck those people. I tell someone I like them after a month, and if a month later we're not in a relationship, I realize there's no point. Yeah, exactly. After a month, if you're not a couple, fuck that person. Don't fuck with that person anymore. Don't give that person the benefit of your time. Don't let them waste any more of your fucking time. Fuck that person. Just don't block them. Fucking block them. Like, block them. Because, like, especially with guys, I've heard, men know. This is like a rumor that I hear all the fucking time, allegedly. So, you know, don't quote me on this, but I hear that men will know that you're wife material within like the first few minutes of fucking dating you. So it's a case of if they wanted to, they will. I think women are a bit of a tougher nut to crack, because in our species, women are the sexual selector, and you know, they have a lot more to lose when it comes to dating somebody, because like pregnancy and our ability as a species to die spectacularly during childbirth, because our craniums are too fucking big for our hips. You don't have this other problem with like cats. Cats just fart out kittens all the fucking time, so they don't have to think about this shit. But humans do. Human women have this problem. If you're a girl and a guy isn't willing to commit to you right away, fuck that guy. Dump him. Don't talk to him anymore. He's not trying to commit. He's trying to get sex. I've seen LA motherfuckers go 9 months together and be like, oh no, we're just talking. Yeah, dude, fuck those people. Fuck those people. Do not fuck with those people. Do not deal with them. They're immature, and they're just here to waste your time, because they think commitment is like scary, when it barely even changes like the dynamic of the relationship. It just means, you know what commitment means? It means you can't get pussy anywhere else. That's it. This person just wants to get lots of different kinds of pussy at the same time. That's the only reason they're not committing to you. That's it. It's an insult to you if you allow that person to waste your time like that. Hey, I gotta catch a Twitch. Hey, what's up? Hello! How's it going? How's it fucking going? Oops. Let me take a drink of my fucking nutrition shake before my blood sugar drops again. Wife material is really easily spotted. Yeah, I'd say so. Sometimes you just fucking know. And if you're unsure, if somebody is unsure about you, then they don't like you that much. And there is nothing that you can do to change their mind most of the time, because they have these deep-seated preconceptions about you already. It doesn't matter if you, like, you know, if you're extremely nice to them, if you pay for stuff for them, if you buy them dinner, if you pull out all the fucking stops. If they're still not fucking sure after a month, then that person just doesn't like you. It's sad, it hurts, but, you know, don't waste any more of your time. Alright, next! I feel like the comment on guys knowing is pretty solid, but on the other hand, I'm kind of cooked on that part. I love women a lot. Made me put up with a lot of shit with my ex. Well, so that's like a different thing altogether. That's more of like when you're like deep in the relationship and you've already committed so much, and now the red flags are showing up. You know, it's just a tight line to balance through. And even if you feel like, okay, I like this person a lot, I'm committed, I'm all in, there is always the chance that people show their true colors like 3 months in, like in this question, for example, 3 months in, they're like still not sure. Or it could be 2 years in, but like you can't just like leave people hanging like that. Sometimes you just have to take chances with people. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, but like at the very least, you should be monogamous with people so you don't get a fucking disease. So you don't get a fucking STD when you let them just like put their dick in whatever they want. Let them get their pussy pounded by every man in the neighborhood because they're not ready to give that part of their life up yet. You can figure out like the red flag stuff once the main red flag is eliminated. The main red flag being AIDS! The main red flag being fucking AIDS, okay? You don't want AIDS from somebody who's not like committed to you. You don't want AIDS at all, basically. You should, you know, just don't waste fucking people's time, is what I'm trying to say. If there are problems within 3 months in dating a relationship, those same problems will repeat and it's not getting any better. Yeah, like if at the 3 month mark, like if let's say you committed to somebody after the 1 month mark, and then at month 3, they have showed something that is a deal breaker, just break up with them. Don't like lead somebody on for 3 months hoping that they will get a relationship out of you. Like just don't play with people like that. You can always just break up later. Okay? We don't have to play this game where we're like too scared to commit because something might happen, because that thing also might not happen. Don't play with people's emotions like that. It's very unhealthy, and it makes people it drives people fucking insane. As somebody who has been on that side of the relationship where I don't know what fucking was driving this, because I don't really have any red flags if I'm being honest. I guess my main red flag is I'm a fucking Twitch streamer. Maybe I don't fucking know. I have like a very active internet life, but I'd say I'm a pretty nice and normal person. Sometimes people will just like make up things. Sometimes people will just make up reasons not to date me, and it usually has nothing to do with me. It's just they want pussy from somebody else, and they don't want to commit. It's sometimes it's just not even you. Sometimes they don't know what they want. Pickleball and foot. Huh? Do you mean football? Did you stroke post a little bit here? Pickle, ball, and foot. Do you mean... I'm just gonna skip that because I don't know. Go to Riz method. Please, 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 please. Pretty good. Works sometimes. Some women just like being groveled to. Date location, wherever, as long as your mom can drive us back, because my mom can drop us off. I like this, very far away. Like you're on Fish Tank, and this is where the webcam is, and you're having, like, a moment. I like this picture. There's a lot going on. It definitely creates interest in a way that makes me extremely confused. Like, I think if somebody had this on their dating profile, I would be stuck on it for a long time, because I'm trying to figure out why they took this picture, and what it means. Biggest red flag, they call me, let's just say the creature. Okay. Okay. Personal hell, everywhere I go it follows me. Dating experience, frowny face. What do you think your ex would warn me about? My first soda. My favorite places to rot on the internet, anywhere with a pulse. What is this picture? What the fuck? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in on fucking Google Drive? So it's a bunch of empty pizza boxes and some milk. I hope to God that you're not enjoying pizza with milk. If you're doing that, I'm concerned. And then you've got what I am assuming is melatonin, another gallon of fucking milk. Pills. What the fuck is happening? Hot take, technically you don't like have to pay your taxes. What are they gonna do? Kill you? I'd love to see them try. I like this hot take. I wouldn't say that's a hot take at all. That's what I just said that earlier in the stream. I drink pizza with milk. Please don't. Webcam kind of covers, but whatever. Hold on, let me scooch. Let me scooch my webcam a little bit. I don't really know where to put the webcam, honestly. I can make it smaller. Let's say, yeah, there. Put it right there. Wild card freebie to overshare. I wasn't joking about digging in my butt. You didn't say that you were digging in your butt earlier. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I think my profile is a 0 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 to me so far. This is honestly, it's like avant-garde. It's like modern art. Hi Reddit, am I the asshole for me, M45, with a cleft lip to dig in my butt after kissing my big, beautiful, trad, drunkle wife? How does kissing with a cleft lip work? Can you, like, tongue from within the cleft? If not, if so, I don't think that's a red flag. I think that would be a very fun and enjoyable experience, because that's just more tongue that you can get. This is a picture of you taking a shit in a dirty bathroom. This is, unironically, this is a good dating app profile, because it's fucking funny. This would get you the attention of somebody with a sense of humor. So I know you're trying to troll a little bit, but it's working to your advantage. This is pretty good. I'd say this is a pretty good fucking profile. Cause you know, when you're a woman on dating apps, there's more men than there are women. So statistically, there's more likely to be very boring people who quote fucking The Office and won't shut up about their opinions on pineapple pizza. And those people make me want to hurt myself and others. Those people do not stick out. Sometimes, as a guy on a dating app, you have to play a numbers game. Or actually, most of the time, you have to play a numbers game. So you have to find ways to stick out. And sometimes being conventionally attractive, like this man is, it's not gonna be enough. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit weird with it. So I'd say this is a good profile. It's a good one. Long walk on the beach. Hello. Hello. This makes me feel like I didn't go hard enough on mine. Sometimes you have to. You have to go a little bit hard. You have to go, when it comes to humor, bitches love laughing, so you kind of have to, if you want to stand out as a man. Especially if you have, like, a lot of personality. There are people who, don't have any personality whatsoever. That's a lot of people on dating apps. And those are, like, the overwhelming majority. And, sometimes people will tell you if you have too much personality that you're being too much. So you want to weed out those people as fast as possible. Because, even if somebody finds you cute, they might just, like, not fuck with you mentally. And that becomes very grating in the relationship, and that causes issues. So yeah, you know, again, the old adage, be yourself. So this man is unapologetically being himself. So yeah, be more like this dude. Just be fucking insane if you're comfortable with being that. All right, next. Damn, I should have submitted the fun facts about me from my Bumble profile on that. Yeah, well, that's what you were supposed to do. Don't be afraid of people. Don't be afraid of saying Because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So if you let a bit of your personality shine and somebody doesn't like it, well, fuck that person. They're not for you, and that's fine. You can't be for everybody. Next, for Shaved Wombat, 28 years old. From the United States. Special interest, drawing, painting, running. I ran my first marathon back in March, writing and music. These are good hobbies to have. Bitches love an artsy dude. Go to Riz Method. I try to let people talk about what they're interested in. I don't know if that's even Riz. No, I mean, it's not necessarily Riz, but it's good to let people talk about themselves. That way you can, cue in on the things that make them them, and that ends up being flattering if they remember that stuff. Date location. Something including an activity to help prevent awkward silences. Bowling, mini golf, kayaking. You had me until you said kayaking. Kayaking is kind of fucking dangerous, is it not? Can't people die fucking doing that? Might be a little extreme for a dating experience. Maybe it's like a couple's activity if you're both like really into kayaking. But bowling and mini golf are good. Main perks. I don't play games. I don't lie about who I am. I care. I have a stable job with good income. I don't know. I'm a loving, passionate person. These are all good perks. QAnon, where? Bumble, let's show all the people near you that you already know. Inochi Rip. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that like a musical artist? Is that what happens when you connect your fucking Spotify account? I've done that before, and then everybody knows that I like Toby Fox, but I don't think that's a bad thing. If they don't fuck with Toby Fox, I don't date them. Biggest red flag, been single for just over 4 years now. I wouldn't say that's a red flag. That's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes it just fucking sucks out there. There's a little bit of a drought happening in the dating sphere.
In my class. She had such a huge crush on me. Every time I side hugged her, she whispered thank God to God himself. It was so tempting to lead her on. So I kissed her on her cheek. And women have had crush on me previously because of my sharp features, at least when it comes to Indian standards, and I led them on. I am a bad person for doing that.
You are in fact going to hell. Jesus has just whispered into my ear and said you're going to hell for doing that. But don't do that anymore. Don't fucking do that. See, I will do this sometimes to polyamorous couples on Bumble because I think it's really funny, and fuck those people. But I don't do that to like normal people who are just trying to get a little date. Actually, no, that's not true. Sometimes I'll do it to people just because I'm mad. But I have an excuse, and it's called I'm really old, and I hate dating apps because everybody on there is very vapid. So sometimes I'll like find somebody who's just very boring and entitled. Like just like a conventionally attractive man who thinks he can get any pussy that he wants. I'll match with that person. And then I'll set up a date in a location that I will not be at, and I will stand him up just to humble him a little bit, because I'm toxic. But I don't recommend you guys do this. I do it because I'm too far gone, and I don't care about going to hell. But you guys shouldn't do that. Only I'm allowed to do that because I hate people. Can I still submit one? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Milko feels about that, because he's the one who has had to like organize these into a Google Drive. You might have to wait till next time. I don't think we'll get to all of these today. We'll probably do this again on Friday. So you can submit one today, and I'll probably get you on Friday, because there's a lot of submissions, surprisingly. Let's see. But what if I want to hang out in hell with you? Banana Patrick, you're not going to hell because you used to be a pastor. You're not. You can't. There's not enough damage you could do because you're already best friends with Jesus from before. So sorry, you can't go to hell. Only I get to go to hell. If a chick saw me listening to the song Agitated Screams of Maggots on my dating profile, she would either clap back with more obscure music or lose interest right off the bat. I don't think she'd lose interest. She just probably wouldn't know what it is. But, you know, having really niche music tastes is a good way to, like, find somebody who also has really niche music tastes. So that's not a bad thing to have on your profile. One time on my, my Tinder profile, I put, what's the song? What's it fucking song? What's it fucking called? I'm Gonna Give You AIDS. I put I'm Gonna Give You AIDS by Anal Cunt on my Tinder profile. And it was just meant to troll people. But I ended up having a lot of good conversations with people who unironically enjoyed Anal Cunt. And they were just really nice, down-to-earth people. So, it's not a bad thing to have niche music tastes. Will you ask her what her longest relationship is? Whose longest relationship? Mine? My longest relationship was 5 years. Bro, I came here for comfort and I can never escape from random weebs comparing metal like some kind of pissing contest. The only metal band I like is System of a Down. And I like System of a Down so much that I just can't listen to any other metal because I feel like metal peaked with System of a Down and everything else is just haram to me. So I think I can understand why people do make that comparison if they're like really into metal. Because I feel like, personally, any other form of metal is just noise to me. The only people who do it good is System of a Down, and I will die on that hill. I just stick to my early 2000s emo and will never leave. Fine, that's fine. It's good music. Alright, back to this dude. What do you think your ex would warn me about? He can be obsessive or clingy. Sometimes people say that, and it's because they're avoidant. Because I've had exes that would call me clingy because I would like to hang out with you more than once every 9 months. I get called clingy for that when I date a guy who doesn't live in the United States, and I ask him, hey, can I go see you over there? Or can you come over here? And then they just tell me, like, no, you're being clingy. That's, you know, being clingy can be kind of like a very loaded thing to say. Because I think it's more subjective than people think it is. There's people who straight up think anybody who wants to see you more than once a week is clingy, and I don't like those people. I think there's something fundamentally wrong with them, because, like, if you're not seeing each other once a week, then it's not really a relationship, is it? It's kind of just, like, platonic, somebody that you text sometimes. That's not a relationship to me. Anyway, favorite places to rot on the internet? None. I touch grass, believe it or not. If I had to pick YouTube and long format content. Hot take. Dating is shit, and the apps have only made it worse. On top of that, American women have completely unrealistic expectations for men. Not sure about what the flaws are with American men, since I don't try to date them. You're not wrong, but it's also not just women. So yeah, there's a whole thing where women have like issues with a man's height. It'll be like some 5'1" bitch saying, yeah, he needs to be 6 foot and above, or he's not a real man. I think that's fucking stupid. It seems to be like a problem, like the shorter the woman is, the more she cares about that. It's very weird. But that is just women on dating apps. That's not women in real life. My take on that is if you're having issues with women on dating apps, you need to, I mean, if you're already touching grass, since you said that, you should start going to things with women in them. You need to, like, there's like singles events that you can go to. I've debated going to some of those, but I just don't have the time right now. But, you know, not everybody is polluted with internet standard brain rot. No, but not everybody is taking the advice from influencers online like it's the fucking Bible. There are people that are normal out there. They're a little bit more difficult to find, but think about it like this. Our ancestors have been doing the whole dating thing for millions of years without phones. If your grandpa working at a fucking factory for 8 hours a day could find a wife, you can also find a wife. You just have to put yourself out there more. You have to be able to talk to people in person. You have to be able to start conversations, especially if you're a man. I can't tell you this enough. If you're a man, you have to be the one that starts conversations with people. And again, my advice is start making friends with women that you're not necessarily attracted to, so that they can introduce you to more women. Wild card freebie to overshare. General dating app stuff. Exercises regularly. Pics are a bit outdated. I have about 5 to 10 pounds of muscle since then. Like, you're not a bad looking guy by any means. Like, you shouldn't have issues finding a girlfriend. I think you just might be underconfident from 4 or 5 years of, like, you know, getting rejected.
I hope you have insurance, because I'm about to destroy your pussy. Fail! I put roofies in that drink. Fail! I'm about to filet mignon that pussy. Fail! Can I just rub your ovaries? Fail! You should just sit on my face. Fail!
So, based on that, actually, And based on your profile, I'd say maybe you might come off as a bit too serious. I think you might need to relax. You might be suffering from a little bit of funny. You need to be more approachable and warm. It seems like you're a little bit upset over being single for the past 4 years, and you're letting it get to you, and you're letting it defeat you a little bit. And again, women can detect that. It's not really like a desperation thing. It's just like a bit of a defeatist attitude. And you could stand to come off as a bit more lighthearted about it. And if it's stressing you out this much, you need to definitely decentralize dating from your life, because it's causing you some mental pain, and that makes people see you differently. But yeah, that's my advice to you. You just need to, like, you know, be comfortable with yourself. Not everything in life is improved by being in a relationship. Relationships are hard. Sex is cool, but sex has an emotional toll on everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It does have an emotional toll. So, you know, just calm down a little bit. Don't worry about it as much as you're worrying about it now. And eventually you will find the right person. Now, I'm not doing that thing where people are saying, oh, just stop looking for somebody and eventually they'll fall to your lap, like with that episode of the SpongeBob with the magic conch. Don't fucking do that. If you need to, like, you do need to put, like, effort into finding people that you click with. So that's why I'm saying you should, like, put yourself out there more in terms of, like, going to events and learning how to talk to people in a way that, like, doesn't have the connotation of you're trying to date anybody that'll take you. You just need to be more comfortable with talking to people, and the more people you talk to, that, like, expands your social
this one
circle.
Was very solid, but I always sue people that have all pictures clearly from one photo shoot. Like, what if they are ugly in different lighting?
That's an interesting comment. This does appear to be from one photo shoot, but, you know, they're still good pictures, and they're from different angles too. So I don't think it's a lighting thing. I think he looks fine. But, you know, having a few more pictures with, like, pictures of your friends or something, that always helps, so people know that you have a social life. Number one thing is, though, when on a dating app, never put a picture of you with multiple people as your first photo, because then I don't know who the fuck is in the photo. I don't know who the dating app belongs to. Every time I see that shit on a dating app, I swipe left. I don't want to, like, play detective and figure out which motherfucker is trying to rizz me up here. Would definitely try getting a few candid and group shots. I mean, I don't think that's the issue here. I think his issue is he's putting too much weight on getting a relationship. Because, you know, I understand it, though, because, you know, dating is difficult now. It's very stupid. And as far as, like, you know, the whole thing with American women, maybe your solution here is to become a little bit of a passport bro. I'm not saying go to fucking Thailand to be like a sex tourist, but if you have money to travel, it doesn't hurt to, like...
I need to say this, Bekwa, say this is honest to God how my parents met. My dad and his friend got bored AF and ate a bunch of almost expired chili. My dad then said, hey, let's have a fart contest, and let out the nastiest fart on the planet. They clapped back for a second and had to go outside. Bekwase, the room smelled so bad. My dad then walked up to this random chick on the street and introduced himself as the fart king. That woman is now my mom.
See? Sometimes you just gotta fuck around and find out. There's nothing wrong with not taking this as seriously as you've been. Sometimes you just have to rizz a lady up by being completely fucking absurd. It's a good way to catch a woman off guard. Because if you go up to a woman and introduce yourself as, what would you say, the fart commander? The fart king? She's not gonna assume out right off the bat that you're hitting on her. Because who in their right mind would fucking say that to a woman that they're attracted to? So it's a good way to disarm a girl. But yeah, my advice is just, like, chill out. Stop taking this so seriously and just learn how to talk to people in a platonic, consensual way. And don't always be upset if things don't work out romantically, because eventually they will. You're a handsome looking dude here. Taking a picture with a dog is always a plus, because bitches love animals. And just, you know, don't take it too seriously. It'll work out. Go to singles events. Go to, like, gatherings of people that share hobbies. Go to an art class. This is a really, since you draw, go to a figure drawing class. I guarantee you there will be women there, and you can talk to the women there, and they will be, like, repeat offenders because it's a class, right? So you don't have to like be really nervous and think, oh, I have to talk to her now. I have to get her phone number now because I might never see her again. No, it's a figure drawing class. You're gonna see her again. You're gonna see her next week, and then you can like gradually drum up the courage to talk to her. So if you draw, go to a figure drawing class. I guarantee there will be women there. Okay, you've got an advantage as somebody who draws. All right, next. Actually, I have to pee. I'm gonna be right back. I have to pee really bad. I have to pee so fucking
I'll
bad.
be at Burning Man all August. Naked, drunken, hedonism, drugs and debauchery. 80,000 people, none as internet weird as Alexandria.
I disagree with that. I think there's definitely lots of weird people at Burning Man who are willing to do whatever that is. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub, Mr. Mangwale. I have to pee real bad. I will be right back. Where is it? That one. I have to pee. Sit tight. Oh, you guys can hear my dog walking? Yeah, he's a big boy. He stomps through the whole house. I don't have noise cancellation filter on my mic anymore because it like cuts off if I'm too far away from the microphone. Oh. Okay, here we are. That's what fell off earlier. It was one of my snake bites. It was one of the little jewel here. That's what fell off earlier. Just like OJ, P. Diddy has been released. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier in stream. He got acquitted of basically everything. He gets a slap on the wrist for crossing state lines to see a prostitute. That was like the only charge. Yeah, so if you want to do crime, just remember, if you have money, you can do it. It's fine. It's totally fine if you have money. Totally okay. Are we in the bad timeline? We've been in the bad timeline for a while. The only good thing about this timeline is Deltarune. When Deltarune is like all done, when Chapter 7 is out, I legitimately don't know what I'm gonna have to look forward to in life. I don't know what else there could possibly be to keep me tethered to this mortal coil. It's not looking good. We're in a Boondocks episode. I like you. I want you. Now we can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way. Boondocks predicted Diddy, probably. Deltarune 2, the Deltaning. I'd be okay with that. Toby Fox Indy keeps making Deltarunes, so I have something to live for. Papyrus is going to probably be the egg guy. I'm gonna be real. I saw that. I saw that schizo post about him, like, being behind the tree in, like, I think it was a t-shirt or something, or a blanket on Fangamer. And then the whole thing where he has an egg because of the dating minigame in Undertale. If he's the man, I'm going to shit myself. I'm gonna absolutely fucking lose it. That'd be so fucking funny if he's just the guy with the egg. Anyway, next dating profile. Hey. Oh, Instagram is complaining that they can't see these well enough, so I'll just scoot that over here. That should be fine. Oh! Thank you, Montemori, for the sub! Thank you, dude!
Mm-hmm, take your time.
Yeah, this one.
You want to explain to me what you're doing?
Yeah, that's the clip. That's the Diddy clip. Alright, do yours. We have to go in order, my guy. We're doing this in alphabetical or chronological order. We'll get to you ideally soon, depending on where you are. We'll get to you. You're only 8th. 8.5? Why is there an 8.5? You're 8.5s on the list. Alright, L, 18 from Italy. Oh shit, we have an actual girl in chat. We got a girl in chat. Everybody scream. Everybody start simping immediately. And we got an 18-year-old from Italy. Special interests or talents. I really like pigeons. Based. Go to Riz method. I don't really have one. My Riz method is probably just being weird as fuck. Based. You know, if you're a girl, it's a lot easier. it's significantly easier. You can just be a little weird, and men will like that. Date location. I love park dates with the picnic stuff. Very cute. Picnic dates are good. Main perks. They will get a lot of info about pigeons. I'm a really good listener. I'm an empath. I always like finding out new bands and traveling. Based. Biggest red flag. Probably my pigeon obsession. I guarantee you there are people in this chat right now that are already madly in love with you. Let's be real. That's just how it works when you're a dude. It's like, oh, she likes pigeons? Wife! Wife! Dating experience. I dated a narcissist. My worst experience of my life. Yeah, real. What do you think your ex would warn me about? When I care about something, I fight for it and I will yell if necessary to make myself heard. Since a lot of people just don't like to listen to me, I don't... why would your ex warn people? That's a normal thing to have. That's a good positive quality, is to have, like, conviction. Yeah, see? Wife. Kresno. Wife. Lander. Schizo. Empath detected. Need to be more old. Oh, she is only 18. Maybe the 30-year-olds step down on this one. If you're 30 years old, maybe you leave her alone. Hot take. If I ever date a man, it's not me. It's someone else controlling my body. I don't know what a hot take is. Wild card freebie to overshare. I'm traumatized. I always anxiously try to make someone tell me what they're thinking because I like it when people share their feelings, thoughts with me, and when they don't, I feel useless and sad. So that's a bit difficult when it comes to dating men, because more often than not, and I'm not saying anybody in chat is like this, I'm just saying as an aggregate observation of men in the manosphere, men tend to be very closed off with their emotions, and it's fucking difficult to deal with that. Because it's like dealing with like a shaken up soda, and you don't know that it's been shaken up until you screw off the fucking cap at the last minute. And it's very fucking infuriating to deal with men like that, and I can feel that as a girl, because I just want to know what a guy is feeling about me. So, like, if there's a problem, we can do something about it before the breakup happens. But in my experience, guys never want to fucking do that. So this is, like, less of a you problem and more of, like, a problem with men. Because men like to sit on their emotions, hoping they will go away. And, you know, sorry if I'm describing you, but this is, like, overwhelmingly a man problem. Women don't usually do this. Women are very, like, out there with how they're feeling. Even if they get like passive aggressive about it, even if they're like, "Oh, nothing's wrong with me. I'm not upset." That's obviously her being upset. You can tell, right? You can tell that she's mad. But with men, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea what they're thinking, and it's very fucking infuriating. Anyway, your profile is not a fucking 2 out of 10. This is a good fucking profile. Everybody in the chat is in love with you.
Set her up with Mike Tyson.
Because of the pigeons? That'd be cute. Your only red flag is that you smoke. Don't fucking do that. Don't fucking smoke. Stop doing this shit. Okay? You're 18. Stop fucking smoking. Stop doing that right now. That's 2 points off your fucking score. Oh, I guess I was supposed to be giving like ratings for this entire time. I haven't been giving like number ratings. This is an 8. You lost 2 points for being a smoker. Other than that, yeah, wife. Very much wife. Smoking is a green flag in my book. Don't encourage her. Don't do that. Men don't get training on emotions, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying, because, like, it's like a long-standing generational problem where your fucking dad probably told you it's bad to cry. If you cry, you're gay. You're a homosexual. If you shed a single tear, that means you like men. And I don't like that. I don't like men that have, like when men have been subjected to that, because it's very fucking infuriating to deal with. My dad is a big crier, and I appreciate that a lot about him. My dad doesn't hide anything because he starts crying. My dad's a bigger crybaby than fucking me, man. And it's very refreshing to deal with, and I would just like to find a guy that is as in touch with his emotions as my dad. But, because I guess my grandpa didn't call my dad a homosexual whenever he cried as a kid, so, you know, W grandpa, W dad. Minor nitpick, but full body shots, if you're comfortable with them, are good to have. Yeah, I'd say, you know, it's giving MySpace angles. People can't fucking see what they're dealing with here. Full body shot is always good. Just so, you know, you're on the same page with, like, body type, I guess. Honestly, half of the emotions are gay thing, and half of it is that, at least in my experience in the US, women are just as mean about it, if not more. They will shit on you for just as much. So that's the thing that is, like, again, it's an online exclusive. It's DLC, it's not real life.
I'm a manslut, but I'm crying right now.
Are you actually? See, there you go. Just do a little bit of tears. That's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's an online thing. Women in real life tend to not be like that. You might get, like, the odd girl on Instagram or, like, through, like, a Am I the Asshole Reddit comment section that's like, oh, am I the asshole for laughing at my laughing at my husband because he started crying when the dog died? It's just a fucking dog. Yeah, of course there's gonna be people like that. But, for the most part, people aren't that fucking mean if you start crying. Don't be afraid to be in touch with your emotions. Like, I'm not saying be, like, emotionally manipulative. I'm not saying cry at every opportunity. But if you're feeling something and that something is bad, you should be able to communicate that to your partner without fear. And if you are scared of communicating that to your partner because of, you know, bad instances in the past where they reacted negatively, then you should probably dump that person. That person is not good for you because they're not in touch with your emotions and they're not in touch with their own emotions, and, you know, they're trying to hide from that aspect of themselves because it makes them uncomfortable. Don't date people who are emotionally closed off, and don't be emotionally closed off yourself. Yeah, good story time to hit the Pixar cry. Yeah, like, you know, Carl Fredrickson from Up. That motherfucker was sad. His wife didn't abandon him for being sad. Okay, even though that was a fictional cartoon, but, you know, it's you know, it's not bad to cry as a man. Okay, if you're genuinely upset and you gotta let it out, let it out. And if a woman doesn't like that about you, then fuck her. Don't date her anymore. She's a fucking wench. She's a skank. Do not date people like that, man or woman. When I stopped bottling things up and started poetry, it changed my life by allowing for not only emotional outlets but also time to reflect on the self. Yeah. Okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having emotions if you're a man. You're not gay. There's nothing wrong with you. And you should be able to communicate them effectively with women. I guess the problem arises if you're, like... The problem arises if you, like, start punching walls and shit and start hitting her. That's not good. You know, you just have to be healthy about how you display your emotions. I hate parents that get mad at their kids when they cry or saying that they'll hit them if they hurt themselves when their toddler's like, bro, what's wrong with you? See, I had, like, it was the opposite with my parents. My mom was very much like, shut up, don't cry, tears don't move me. And my dad was very much the kind of person who would start crying before I did. So I have that kind of weird flipped relationship with having emotions. But I also think what it is I think I got more of my dad's personality than my mom's personality, in that I am a crybaby. I will cry. I'm not afraid of crying. I will cry in front of people. I'll cry when I'm mad. I cry all the fucking time. And I don't like dating people who don't accept that about me, because it's very infuriating to deal with those people, because people like that will end up making you cry even more when you get frustrated that they don't want to listen to you when you're upset. So, yeah, you know. Fortunately, I think a lot of people have a warped sense of healthy based on their social environment. I think this is another social media problem. I think people need to touch grass. I think things were better when we weren't glued to our fucking phones all the time, and people were kind of healthier with the way they expressed themselves. I was thinking, why is there a delay between her voice and the video? And then I realized I'm listening this gnome on my phone and watching it on PC. Beautiful. Oh no, my questions are disappearing. Hold on, sorry, there's... Oh, my dad's in the chat while I'm talking about how much he cries. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. It's good. It's good that you cry. You're an emotionally available person. That's a positive. That makes you a strong man, because you're not afraid of something as, like what... If you're trying to be a masculine man, why would you be afraid of something like crying? You should embrace the tears, okay? That makes you stronger. And it makes you more of a fucking Chad. Because as a man, you shouldn't be afraid of jack shit. And you shouldn't be afraid of expressing your own emotions. You shouldn't be afraid of yourself. Okay? If you're a man, you shouldn't be afraid of spiders. And you shouldn't be afraid of crying. Okay? That's what makes a true fucking man. Stop talking about me crying. You're a good example for the men here who are afraid of crying. I'm trying to get these guys to cry more. I'm sorry that poly couple made you feel awkward. The chat is saying that they're sorry about the poly incident and they hope you're okay, Dad. Hi, Dad. Everybody's saying hello. Say hi to my dad, everybody. Not just a social media issue, but the people around you, family, friends, repressing their emotions makes you think that it's healthy. Yeah, sometimes people just, they pull a bad card and they get surrounded by people who are afraid of expressing themselves. Alrighty, Redacted 36 from Indiana. Avoid the this beshitted state. You have so much to live for. Indiana is one of those places that I forget exists. Personal hell. Being packed full of scorpions while Bruno Mars plays Hot Take. That's valid. I've never heard that song, but now I definitely don't want to. You forgot to look up. Oh, what was your question? What was your question? Well, you have to submit these. I don't know where your question was. Hold on. Sorry. The Instagram stream is not good. It's very difficult to navigate. Let's see. What did you even say? Your question is way up here. Oh, what's your ideal pick for a dude in a profile? What do you want to see? I can tell you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see you with 5 other people in the same picture, because then I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't want to see you holding a fucking dead fish. I don't want to see you from the blowjob angle, so that's when you hold the camera down here and it's just a picture of your chin and I just see this. Like, you think it's cool and you're like in a car and you're like trying to be swagger. It looks fucking stupid. Don't take pictures like that. It's very unflattering. I don't want to see a picture where you're like doing like a sport or something and you're a million miles away from the camera lens and I can't fucking see you. And I don't want a picture of you wearing fucking sunglasses. Eyes are the nipples of the face and I need to see them to know if I'm fucking attracted to you. Don't cover your fucking eyes. Don't wear a COVID mask in a picture. Don't wear sunglasses. I need to see your fucking face. Don't take a selfie where the cell phone is blocking half of your fucking face. I need to see your face, okay? Humans are visual creatures. Looks do matter to an extent, so I need to see what you fucking look like, okay? Those are the... don't do any of those. and you should be fine, okay? Mr. Mika's dad, you raised a good daughter. Aww. Aww! Do you just date men? Just curious. I mean, I've never dated a woman. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying. I don't know. Might be cool. Might be what I fucking need in life. Maybe I've just been a lesbian this whole time, and maybe that's why things don't fucking work out for me. I don't know. What about Jim mirror selfie wearing sunglasses curl like a dead fish? And that might be kind of based, because that's, you know, you're going for the comedy angle. My dad is a famous person and I'm still miserable. That's pretty common. I mean, like, people, like, all of Elon Musk's kids hate him and don't have great lives, from what I hear. Alright, wild card freebie to overshare. My backup plan, if my career fails, is to gain 100 pounds, wear nothing but track pants, beaters, and gold chains, move back to my shit pit hometown, and open up a skeezy bar to wallow in. Either that or learn Enochian and get real weird with it. Interesting. Dating question. I'm married, so I'm submitting this for specific research. On a scale of diarrhea at the BMV to being packed full of scorpions in hell, how bad is dating in 2025? Are you considering leaving your wife? Because you better work it out. You better work it the fuck out, man. Dude, it's ghetto as fuck out here. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. Do not, if you're married, do not jeopardize that shit. You should be kissing your wife's fucking feet unless she's, like, doing something heinous, like cheating on you or hitting you. If she's not doing either of those two things, you need to figure out a way to fucking work it out, man. Like, you do not want to be out here with people like me and people like the chat. Shit fucking sucks. We hate it. We're all having a terrible fucking bad awful time. Don't. If you have the option to not fucking do this, don't. Do not jeopardize things with your wife, okay? You just tell her you love her right fucking now. Like right now, do it. Stop sucking. Stop fucking sucking at being married. Work out whatever your shit is, because you do not want to be out here with the rest of us, because shit's bad and it's only getting worse. There are apps out here that are trying to monetize your loneliness. There are social media websites that are gaslighting you into thinking that the grass is always greener elsewhere. It's not, okay? If you're married, you should be happy and you should be content, and you should make it your life's work to make sure things stay smooth and good. If you are having problems, see a marriage counselor, and just try a little bit harder, okay? Is your dad a burner? What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't know what kind of question that is. What the fuck, dude? This guy plans to become Carl from Aqua Teen. For real. Not a bad way to live. Alright, next! We got Queso in the house. It's an awesome picture of you, by the way. From Utah. Special interest or talents. If this is in your dating app profile, this looks terrifying. You look like a grandma that doesn't need to know how to use an iPhone. This is really good. This makes you look like a grandma that has never used a phone before. I can grow mushrooms and play guitar. I also like making penis jokes. Go to Riz method. Literally none. I'm a fish floundering. See, you don't even know how good you are at Riz, because, you know, you've been on my streams before doing voice acting. You're really fucking funny. You definitely, I think what your problem is that you're afraid of women. Main perks, I'm not sure. Biggest red flag. I have no experience at this point in my life. Also, I'm a furry. Personal hell. Perpetually needing to piss, but not being able to. So, a urinary tract infection? That's your personal hell? Really? That's it? What? Fuck? Okay. I mean, if you don't love someone no more, I don't think forcing it is a good thing. I would have loved if my parents divorced. I mean, you know, there's occasions in which, you know, a divorce is justified, but you better be fucking sure about it, because it's not gonna necessarily be better out here, so you better be fucking stone cold fucking sure that you don't love your wife anymore. Favorite places to raw on the internet, twitch.tv/queso. This is it, when that guy is live. Everybody's subbed to Queso right now. Everybody go to this fucking link. Everybody do it right fucking now. I should post this link in chat. I'm gonna do that. Copy. Paste. It's a paste. There you go. Everybody go to Queso. Sub now. He's a cool guy. Hot take, politics are gay. Real. Wild card freebie to overshare. One time when I was a kid, I accidentally stepped on a baby bird while Easter egg hunting, and I cried for a whole day. That happened to me 2 years ago. It was really sad, and I was, like, fucked up for 2 months. It wasn't a bird, it was, like, I left my boots outside, and a lizard had shelter in them, and then I stepped on the fucking lizard as I was putting my boot on, and I think about it I still think about it every fucking day. Every night before I go to bed, and I'm not even trolling here, I'm not even saying this to be funny. I apologize to the lizard, I tell him I'm fucking sorry. That's just like, I don't like killing animals, that's fucked up. I am so sorry to that lizard, man. I did not like that experience. Let's see, your profile's not a 4 out of 10. You guys need to, like, I don't know if this is like a humble thing. You guys need to stop. You need to give yourself more credit. I would fix your
Mika,
fucking
please.
glasses.
What are the 3 new test documents on your desktop?
3 new test documents? Oh, I don't fucking know. They're probably doctor's appointments. Probably just, like, things I need to remember. It's probably what they are. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna open them. They might be weird. So I guess you'll never fucking know. I'm not gay, but when I look at naked dudes, I get horny and jack off. This would be an amazing shirt to wear on a first date with a girl that you know is, like, normal and, like, funny. Because there are women who will take this seriously and get, like, mad at you. In which case, like, fuck her. She's not an interesting person to date. Yeah, my glasses are broken. I need to get new ones. How long have your glasses been fucking broken for, dude? Like, do you not have tape? Do you not have... It's like ruining the symmetry of your fucking face. You need to tape these motherfuckers. If you do this, women are going to assume that you are poor. And, you know, it is maybe on the shallow side for a woman to expect that a man needs money to be in a relationship, but that is the impression that you're giving off if you don't have the money to, like, get new glasses. Like, I break my fucking glasses all the time. They're $25. Just get a new pair, okay? That's only going to improve your case. So your problem is that you don't... It's not that you lack riz, it's that you're afraid of talking to women. Because I've seen, you know, the one-liners that you give in chat and on the Discord server. You're a funny dude. You could very easily drown in some puss because people will think that you're funny. I think you just need to practice talking to women. You need to make friends with women. This is the pill that I'm going to prescribe to fucking everybody. Make friends with women. Practice talking to women. Don't necessarily go into that trying to date the girl. Just learn how to talk to girls, and things will fall into place naturally. Mika, replacing glasses can be like $600. What? What do you mean? What glasses are you guys buying that are $600 fucking dollars? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, if I had to get new glasses, it would be $600. What? I'm sorry, what the fuck? These are prescription glasses. What the fuck do you mean? What are you talking about? My glasses are prescription, they're $25 fucking dollars. What the hell do you guys mean? Do you guys have, like, really bad eyesight where you have, like, these very thick lenses? Is that what that is? Like this eye is pretty fucked up, but, like, it's not $600 fucked up. Damn. My sister in Christ, some people have really bad eyes? Holy shit, man. Ever heard of new frames and keeping the lenses? Glasses should be 100 max, order online. Yeah, dude, 600 is crazy. I can see if you have bad eyesight and it's like $100. But holy shit, 600? Bitch, what the fuck? My eyes are $200 bad? What the fuck, dude? Where's Queso? Is Queso here? Queso, how much are your glasses actually? Tell me they're not fucking $600. Maybe it's just the entire North American continent that is dystopian. My current class... What the fuck? How? How is that $600? Bitch, what the fuck? Can you get them repaired? Can you get them fucking repaired? Do you have to buy the... Jesus fucking Christ. I'm fucking losing it at this information. Mine were $300, but kind of fancy. Should be less than 300, less than 100 generally. Okay, well, Falconer, you're from Germany. That's like, those are normal prices. I guess people in the US just have it fucking bad if they can't see well enough. Because I have astigmatism. Like, this is, it's a relatively light prescription. My eyesight fucks with me enough to where I can't read great, but it's not fucking $600 bad. Like, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna fucking... I'm gonna go to the website that I usually use for finding glasses. I want to see if there's $600 glasses on there. Actually, we're gonna do a little test. Give me your prescription and I want to see if it's gonna be $600 on this website. Somebody give me a sample prescription. We're gonna pick... See, like, these are $20, and, like, with my prescription, it's, like, it's still $20 if I buy these. I don't understand why it's $600 fucking dollars. Like, damn, that's news to me. That's my bad. I did not fucking know that. Alright, let's select some lenses. Single vision distance.
Some lenses are made to order, I think something like diplopia prism ones, and those are super expensive.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Designer frames were what upped the costs when I went looking. Astigma balls to... I can only read things if they are less than a foot away from my face without wearing glasses. I gotta redo my prescription too. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Which one do I pick? Single vision distance, bifocal, and progressive. Which one? Diplopia, Binding of Isaac reference. Why does Binding of Isaac references... Why do those come up so fucking frequently in the stream? Also, for someone who just wears cheap prescription glasses, those suit you very well. Really thought you went all in on that design. No, dude, I just grabbed these. These are like the first pair I saw on these, and they looked better than the ones that they have at the fucking eye doctor, so I got these online. Pick sunglasses? I don't know. Somebody give me their eye problem so we can talk about this. Also, my coworker had to get her glasses replaced recently. It came to $680 Canadian. Dog. Hey Mika, I'm going to Anime Expo on the 4th as Crazy Dave from Plants vs. Zombies. What are your thoughts? The cosplay? I don't have any thoughts on the cosplay. I have a thought on you going to Anime Expo, because that is like the worst anime convention you could possibly fucking go to. You're gonna have a terrible time. It was a good convention like 16 years ago. The problem now is they don't cap their ticket sales. So there's gonna be like 5,000 people trying to cram themselves into a very small convention center.
If we do this again, I should put my hand in, cause I fucking hate dating apps and I meet women in real life. WOAHHHH.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta be like, you gotta meet people in real life, man. That's the short answer. Okay, myopia, 225 left. Also, some astigmatism. Okay, but which one of those are these? Bifocal, progressive, or general use? For common, I don't fucking know. I'll go with this one, I guess. Single vision. Add new. You have to give me these numbers. Let's see. 225 left. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the right. No, that is left. Never mind. 2 right. Also some astigmatism. What does this mean? What is this cylinder? I forget what this number is. I just have this stuff saved on my account through Amazon. My vision is 42069 and I have astigmatism. Okay, I don't know what this number means. I don't know what you put here for this one. Cylinders for astigmatism? Okay. Well, what's the astigmatism number? Let's just see how much this is. Let's go clear. Okay, so these are still only fucking $50 for these. This still isn't $600 fucking dollars. Okay. Maybe the astigmatism does something. Let's just add a random astigmatism number, I guess. You chose please choose the axis value. Fuck. I don't know what to put here. Save and continue. Okay, now that's more pricey. if you add the astigmatism, but it's still not $600 fucking dollars. I want somebody who needs $600 glasses to give me their exact prescription. Cresno, put it in the Discord so it doesn't get lost in the chat. Put it in general so I can put your glasses the fuck in here. Because I still don't buy the fucking $600 glasses thing. That's crazy. My eyes are so bad, it's not far off from Velma from Scooby-Doo. Cresno or Jordan, whoever in here has, like, excessively bad fucking eyes, I want to know what your prescription is, so we're gonna see if you have to pay $600 on iBuy Direct, or if I just saved you $500 by only having to pay $100 the next time you have to buy glasses. Let's see, let's open the general. Somebody do that. Budgeting with Mika? Dude, I would love to save you guys money. You guys shouldn't have to pay fucking $600 for glasses. That's insane, because glasses are very flimsy. And if you're clumsy like my dumbass, you break these at least once a year. And it, like, I lose them all the time, too, so I also have a backup pair, and I don't know where the backup pair is presently. I know where these are, because they're on my fucking face. 600 is more for people who have really bad eyes with progressive lenses that need special materials, else the lenses would weigh 100 grams. Is that what it is? I forgot my prescription, but I'm near farsighted. Frames are like 100-ish, lenses are like 200. That's fucking so insane to me. I guess you guys wouldn't be able to wear contact lenses, huh, if your eyes are just that fucked. I couldn't see how you could get enough material directly onto your eyeball to be able to see with contact lenses, but I don't really know how it works with contact lenses.
Multifocal with no visible line. Can be $200 to $400 plus alone photochromic. Darken in sunlight. Is like plus $100. Also do some fuckery like adjusting the fob or angles. Those can't be mass produced, so price.
Okay, well, to be fair, darkening in sunlight makes you look autistic, so don't do that. If you have those glasses that turn into sunglasses, they make you look 12. That was like a fad when I was in middle school, because like, wow, your eyes are changing in the sunlight, that's so cool. But if you do that as an adult, you look like an idiot. Don't do that, just get sunglasses. Put sunglasses on top of your regular glasses, so you can see better. But overall, it looks really dumb. Alright, did somebody put their prescription in the chat? I look for your fucking prescription, and this is what you give me. Thank you. Thank you. That helped. I guess I'm just going to move on. I'm going to fucking move on. Oh, wait, no, somebody did. Okay, let's see. Alright. OD right, -50. Where is it? Where the fuck? -50. Shut up! Left... Cylinder... Oh, wait, no, that's a cylinder. Hold on. I need to, like, refresh this, because I can't tell what's going on anymore. So let's go back. We're gonna... Okay. Amity glasses. No. New. Okay. PD number. That's what we're starting with. PD right? There's 2 PD numbers? Okay. PD right is... 63 is not even fucking on here. Oh, 33. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. I thought that was a 6. Left. 32. OD right. -50. Okay, shut your whore mouth. A cylinder. -125. Axis 15. Jesus fucking Christ. God just didn't want you to see, did he? OS left is 0. Cylinder 125. Axis 162. Alright, let's see. Let's just go for clear. Normal fucking glasses. Okay, it's still not $600. What are you on? Where are you people getting your fucking glasses? It's still not fucking, it's still not $600, man. Actually, my prescription is pretty weak. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know how fucking bad it is. When one of you people with horrendous eyeballs, puts it in the Discord, I'll input it. Or, I don't know, you go to this website and take a screenshot with your prescription and post it in the Discord. I want to see how fucking bad it is. Alright, anyway. Okay, so, my advice still stands. Aside from your glasses, maybe use, like, duct tape instead of clear tape, because this looks just weird. So you don't have to replace your $600 fucking glasses. But you're a funny dude. You're not a fucking 4 out of 10. Okay, let's be fucking real. Let's be nice to ourselves. Your first step is to fucking be nice to yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be confident. People can tell when you're not a confident person. You need to build confidence as somebody who talks to people. And you're already doing what you should be doing, which is streaming. So you should stream more. Even if nobody shows up to your stream, or if it's like 1 or 2 people, you should just like learn to talk to yourself, because that'll eventually translate into you talking to other people. And you'll eventually build the confidence and the audacity to riz people up in real life, whether it's men or women. And then things will fall into place, I promise. You just have to have more confidence in yourself. That was a crazy side quest. Fuck, I mean, I'm just as surprised as you guys are that we had to go through that. I did not know $600 glasses was a fucking thing. That's insane to me. Holy shit. Queso was a 10 out of 10. I love watching him play Granny. She loves watching you play Granny, so that's a positive. Okay? You can do it, my dude. Alright, next. Henrietta. Got another girl in chat. Everybody say wife. Everybody together with me say wife. Wife! Wife! Back to saving the princess. We'll figure out my prescriptions and get it. Yeah, I hope you find a way to discount your fucking glasses, because that just sounds like somebody is scamming you. But I guess, you know, the American healthcare system is built on fucking scams, so I guess that doesn't entirely surprise me. Alright, from San Diego, special interests or talents. I really like fashion, tide pools, I thought that said Tide Pods, and am pre-med wanting to be an emergency department physician. Wife! Go to Riz method. I usually just hope and pray my awkwardness comes off as cute. Wife! Date location, coffee or beach dates. Wife! Main perks, I will bake pies constantly and I'm loyal to a fault. And my mom is really cool and supportive and I will love anyone I love. Wife! My biggest red flag, I used to date my best friend. We realized we were not meant to date each other. That's not a red flag at all, dude. Like, that's just a thing that happens usually if you ever, like, a opposite sex best friend, or if you're gay, a same-sex best friend. Like, you know, obviously, there's a higher chance of you developing feelings for each other with somebody that you spend a long time with. That's like the ideal way to do it, too, is if, like, you've been friends with somebody for a long time. And this is why I keep telling you guys that being in the friend zone is not a bad thing. Sometimes that's where you need to be at first. Tutorial reference? Yeah, dude. Baking pies? Wife. I went to San Diego once. It was nice for someone in a wheelchair. Great public transport? San Diego? Public transport? Excuse me? I don't know what you're fucking smoking, but I don't think the public transport in San Diego is fucking good. But I guess I'm just spoiled from that one time I went to South Korea and there's a train that goes fucking everywhere. Personal hell. Having to interact with men who think they can turn me straight. My spring semester lab TA tried hitting on me every goddamn time I went into lab. So, this is whether she's gay or not gay. If you hit on a girl multiple times and she makes it clear that she doesn't like it, if you keep trying, it's not going to work in the future. Don't do that. It's very annoying. Past relationships include my best friend who we realized we are just friends, and my most recent ex who gaslit me constantly, refused to say we were dating to her friends, and I found out was cheating when she texted me calling me someone else's name. Ow. Ouch, dude. I have gone on some dates since then, but nothing too serious. Wait, how old are you? 20, okay. What do you think your ex would warn me about? I'll skip my toxic ex, but my best friend would warn people that I am autistic and can tell you anything about tide pool marine life. Wife! Favorite places to rot on the internet. Bed rot on TikTok. Hot take, there should be a database where people can submit information about people to warn them about the kind of person that they are. Dude, I agree, dude. That would be my bed rotting website, is I would just, like, tell people the tea on the guys that I've dated Tell them to fucking run, man. It's very good. Buses take you all around all day, and they all have wheelchair lifts. I guess I've never actually taken a bus in San Diego. Well, I mean, I guess I've taken, like, a school bus when I was a kid, and I went to elementary school there, but I guess that's the extent of my San Diego bus knowledge. I wanted to move there, but it's quite expensive. So that didn't happen. It's an hour drive from me. So I thought that's like a good place to go apartment hunting. But that was a whole thing that fell through. I was trying to move in with one of my friends, and he's like, "Okay, I need to give my roommates a 90-day heads up that I'm moving." And I thought 90 days was fucking insane. I thought like 30 days is fine, but I don't know why you said fucking 90. But, you know, whatever. Maybe you just want to stay good pals with your roommates. So then I waited 3 months to go apartment hunting with this motherfucker. So we go. We spend like a whole day in San Diego going to various apartment complexes, taking down numbers, taking down addresses, and then we get tired and we go have lunch. Then as I'm eating with this dude, as I've paid for this man's meal, I ask him, "So how did it go with telling your roommates that you're moving?" And he, you know, just casually slips in, "Oh, well, I haven't told them yet. So I don't know when we can move. Because I have not told my fucking roommates that I'm leaving." So the 90 days went all the way back down to 0 days again. And that was fucking infuriating. Because I took the time out to drive this motherfucker. My mom came with us, so we got her in the fucking car, because my mom knows San Diego really well, so she's like trying to find us all the good spots and all the good deals. And then this motherfucker is too much of a chicken shit to tell his roommates that he's leaving. And then he decides that he would rather, instead of saving hours on his commute to San Diego from where we live, to get to his job faster, he would rather buy a motorcycle to commute that way instead. And, you know, probably statistically shorten his lifespan by a lot by being somebody who rides a fucking motorcycle, something extremely unsafe as a motorcycle. You would rather put your life on the line every fucking day than just move to San Diego and tell your roommates that you're moving. So that's a guy that I don't talk to anymore. That guy sucked. Do people really jacket in San Diego? People jacket everywhere. It's midnight for me. You know what that means? Entering freak mode. This is a freak mode all the time stream. I hope you know that. All right. Wild card freebie overshare. I've never actually watched your stream. Only seen you on YouTube. Interesting. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I hope you watch the stream because we're talking about you. You may not be here. You might watch the VOD. In which case, hello, hi. I think my profile is an 8 out of 10. I'd say it's a 9 for me. I guess like nobody's ever gonna be a 10 because that's like the 10th number. A 10 is very subjective. So this is the highest rating you can technically get from a stranger is a 9, I think. Let's see. Dating question. Evaluate my Hinge profile. Editor's note. We skipped the bikini pic because the Twitch is funny like that. However, Mika saw it and was very impressed. Oh yeah. This is that profile. There was a bikini picture in there. You looked great. Nice body. Cool stuff. I can't show that on Twitch because I might get fucking banned again. But yeah, you look great. What if I told you that I am really shy and it can take a bit for me to open up around someone new? Okay, so when you're doing dating profile prompts, it's kind of like a job interview, right? When somebody asks you a question like this, when they're trying to say, "Oh, you know, what's your weakest problem? What makes you not good to work?" They're looking for you to say something bad about yourself intentionally, so they can have reasons not to fucking hire you. So, if you're, you know, answering a completely neutral prompt, you shouldn't like say something that's like a negative quality. And if you feel like you have to, try to spin it in a way that's more positive. Like instead of saying I'm really shy and it can take a bit for me to open up around new people, just say you're more reserved and thoughtful instead of just saying that you're like you have anxiety and shit. Don't say that. My favorite quality in a person is kindness. Demonstrate how you care for others in your life and in everyday interactions. That's good. Win me over by telling me all about what you are passionate about. I love hearing others talk about their passions. Yeah, it's a nice normal profile. If I were a lesbian, I would be like, yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. I don't know if there's any lesbians in the chat. Tell me how she did. Mostly dudes submit their profiles on here, so it's easier for me to give you that perspective as like a straight person. But yeah, you know, you're pretty and you're normal. So that's like, that's all you gotta do. It's a nice picture of you in a dress, nice candid photos, nice pictures that are intentional. Yeah, I think you've got a good one going for you. Shy introverts are often more relationships ammo, platonic included. People you have to work for generally appreciate it more. I don't know about that. I think, you know, being too shy is not necessarily an advantage because it makes you difficult to approach, and it can be interpreted as, oh, this person just doesn't like me if they're not interested in talking. So I don't know about that. The worst thing is autism. Where's the bad thing? Yeah, there's no negatives really. You just, like, you know, you have to be careful because, like, some people don't want to put up with, like, an overly shy person because then they have to, like, do the brunt of, like, carrying the conversation. Like, when I was in high school, I was really quiet, and I did, like, this foreign exchange thing where a French person came to stay to my house. I know, French, I know, I'm sorry. A French person came to stay at my house for 2 weeks, and my French teacher had the genius idea of, like, okay, well, Mika's really shy, so you know what would be great is if we paired Mika up with the other shy person from the French school. So then it was just two very shy people with limited language skills in each other's native language that had a very tough time communicating with each other for 2 fucking weeks. So sometimes it's like, it's not highly advantageous. It might work out if you're, like, shy and you're, like, interested in an extrovert, but, like, when it's 2 shy people, it's like, it's a little difficult. Well, there's definitely 2 shy, but I'd say there's 2 extroverted too. My more introverted friends have been better on average. It requires more work from you too, though. Yeah, I think there's, you know, obviously extremes are difficult to deal with. Just because one thing is bad doesn't mean the opposite is good. Sometimes the best answer is just the nuance in the middle. There's nothing wrong with being, like, the best of both worlds. There was this guy that asked me out, like, a year ago, and I had to reject him and tell him he wasn't my type, because that motherfucker never stays home. He is always out doing shit, and I am not about that life. He's always out talking to people. He's always about talking to me, and I hate that. I want to be home and left alone for, like, at least half of the week. I can't keep up with somebody like that, so I had to tell him no. He was cute, but I'm just like, I can't fucking do that. I'm not gonna force myself into that shit. We extroverts have it too hard. I don't think so. I think you have the advantage over the quieter person for sure. All right, next. Sawyer. From Cyprus, currently not ethnically. I dated a guy from Cyprus, and he was very mean to me. And then all of the Armenian people at my dad's work told me to never date a Cypriot or a Greek again because they don't commit. But I do know Cyprus is a country that exists. A lot of people don't know, especially Americans. They don't know about Cyprus. They don't know what the fuck Cyprus is. Alright, special interests or talents. I love horse riding, philosophy, and generally Jungian psychology. Sorta a poser. Reading books every now and then. I'm also a big fucking fan of cowboy culture, Yellowstone, The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, and its Dollars trilogy, Clint Eastwood, aka Cunt Greasewood, and Clint Eastwood. It's a big thing for me. I do cybersecurity for work, and while I love these things, I don't let it really define who I am as a person, so they won't be the only thing I ever talk about when talking to me. Oh, this is good. It's good. A lot of green flags here. Go-to Riz method. If it's an environment where I have mutual friends, it would usually be me sort of provoking person I'm interested in a little bit. A little tease just to see how they react. And then I would ask them about their hobbies, interests. I want to know who this person is and meet them. I would ask oddball questions like, what is your favorite T-Rex? If you were in X situation, what would you do? I'm too tired of the default shenanigans. The more they talk about themselves too, the happier I get. I love meeting new people and discovering things about them. So the Riz is either provoke and have it be chemistry over roasting each other, haters to lovers, ew, teasing and trying to be nice, then or the third, which is just meeting them and asking them what they do like a normal human. So this is interesting because with like doing the teasing thing, you can walk a very fine line. So you have to be careful. You have to be a very self-aware when you're teasing people. Not everybody enjoys being teased, but if that's the way, if that's your fucking your love language, then I guess that's just what you got to do, and you have to find somebody that likes that. But you know, you do approach the quality of potentially coming off as an asshole, so you do have to be careful with that one. But other than that, it's solid strategy. I used to hate France until I found out they made Arcane and Expedition 33 and Life is Strange. I'm still not forgiving them for what they did for Arcane Season 2. I'm not gonna forgive that one. That was a very bad season. They had me for Season 1, and then they went back to being French for Season 2. But that probably wasn't France, because they're just the animation studio. It was like the American writers, right? That like took a fat shit all over the story in Season 2. Bullying is my love language. Yay, thanks, Mika. Why? I mean, I haven't said anything yet, I guess. But, you know, we're only halfway through the profile. Museums are really cool. Any place of special interest for either of us. I really like interchangeable activities, more like, for example, pottery, painting together, drawing, etc. I want to learn and I want to experience something with another person. I'm not here to try to be better. I'm here to learn and live with this person. While I wouldn't mind classic food date, an exploration date where we visit a city that and just explore means much to me. You've got a solid understanding of how a good date is supposed to work. And just out of curious, which part of Cyprus are you from? Are you from the north or the south? It doesn't matter, I'm just curious. I've been to the south. It was pretty cool. It was pretty baller. The French are at fault for the new Victor design path. This is literally confirmed. This is a 4T screen. I have a love-hate relationship with the design, because like I think it's cool, but it's just not Victor, you know? It's just like it's cool as like a standalone character that isn't Victor. It would be cool as like a skin. I don't know. They gutted him, essentially. They kept his kit, and they gutted him as a character, which is a very weird choice. Anyway, main perks, thoughtfulness. The bare minimum for me is to care and communicate. I'm very, very big on communication, so if there is ever something, either it be big or small, I want to understand the person's feelings, where they're coming from, why these emotions were happening. I want to support my partner no matter what. Of course, I will give my personal advice on things, but I will never restrict them from doing what they love unless it's like actually harmful or just self-destruction. How old are you? You're a very wise 21-year-old. This is not the profile of a 21-year-old I was expecting. You guys should aspire to be this man. Biggest red flag, I have borderline personality disorder. While it's in remission, I have been able to contain it very well the past few years. With therapy, a lot of people steer away from me because of it. It demonizes me to some people, which isn't nice. Interesting. A lot of self-awareness though. That's a positive. This is what borderline personality does to a motherfucker. It makes you more self-aware. I guess that's a positive of it then. Personal hell. Avoiding attachment, afraid of commitment, or being 3 years into a relationship and they hit me with an I'm not ready. Oh, dude. This has happened to me. This exact fucking thing happened to me with the Cypriot person, no less, that I dated. We were in a relationship for 5 fucking years. He was like pretty avoidant. I wouldn't say he's like full-fledged avoidant, because I've definitely dated people who were at least 3 times as avoidant of this man.
I am gonna go try to figure out my glasses shit and do some errands. I'll get back to you on how much it comes out to. If I have to sell one of my children, then so be it.
Good luck to you. I hope we can maybe crowdfund you a new fucking pair of glasses, because $600 for glasses is fucking insane. Good luck with that, Queso. Get ready for this fucking Ramona Flowers ass fucking history, dude. Oh, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. This is, yeah, I've lived this experience. It was pretty gay, I'm not gonna lie. 5 years into our relationship, he hit me with, well, actually, I don't want kids. Actually, I changed my mind. Because I asked him years ago, if he wanted kids, and I said, if you're not ready, if you don't want kids, that's a deal breaker for me, and I don't want to continue this relationship. And he fucking lied, because when I said, hey, we're 30 now, we both have stable jobs, our parents are getting older, I would like our parents to make it to our wedding, and to like live long enough to see their grandchildren. We should probably start getting on that having kids thing. I'm 30, I'm losing eggs here. And then as soon as I did that, he dumped me. He hit me with, I don't want kids. He took a week to tell me this, because I popped that question to him. We were engaged, but he didn't tell his parents about it. He just didn't tell anybody about it, and he didn't want me like posting about it on social media, I guess. And I just like went along with it because I was just happy to be fucking engaged to the guy. And I guess he was just like embarrassed about me for some reason. And then he did not respond. He ghosted me for a week, which is really tough because we were long distance at that time. So it definitely hurts when you cannot see that person every day when you used to live together. It really sucks going from living in the same fucking apartment to living in different countries. And then he ghosted me for a week, and I told him, hey, what the fuck is your problem? You said you were going to get back to me after you had some time to deal with what you were dealing with in real life, which he lied about. And he just hit me with, I don't want kids. And then I would get, like, Trickle Fred, a single response from him for 2 weeks. It was, like, the longest fucking breakup because he was too much of a pussy to just end it. And, yeah, that's why I'm single now, because I was almost married, and then it ended. Because that guy was afraid of commitment and didn't know what he wanted in life. So, yeah, fun stuff. This is like a carbon copy of what I went through, so I truly understand what you went through. LOL. Yeah, it's fucking mad gay, dude. Alright, dating experience. 3 exes, technically. First one was a situationship that lasted 2 years. I really hate that word, because I feel like the fact that we have a word for it now justifies that people engage in that activity. It's just like, we should just not date people who become situationships. We should just drop those people immediately. That lasted 2 years, 16 to 18 for both of us. I was at my worst with borderline personality disorder, and she was an avoidant. She liked me because I was funny and goofy, like her father, and I liked her because she was cold and a bit distant, like my mother. Freud right now is rolling in his grave. I know it was just unhealthy as fuck. It was a cycle of cat and mouse where I would chase her for 1 month, would get together for 1 month, and then stop talking for another 2 months. Loop and repeat. Yeah, this is why you don't get back together with your exes, because this is just what happens. It got so bad, she once stalked me to my house and watched me go about my day without knowing, and I would have dreams of her that would give me so much anxiety I would wake up on the verge of an anxiety attack. My second ex, we were both 19, lasted like a month. It was a lot more slow, which wasn't what I was used to, and she ended up getting extremely scared and backing off from it. We still talk nowadays, and we grew it into a pretty fruitful friendship where we support one another. She's definitely the more sane person and more stable. So let me ask you this. Do you really think you have borderline personality disorder? Like, were you officially diagnosed? Or are you thinking that's just what you have because you've dated avoidant people and they kind of brought out your worst obsessive behavior? Because those two things can become misconstrued very easily. Because when you're dating somebody that keeps pulling away from you and breadcrumbing you, it drives you fucking crazy. It makes you clingy as hell. It makes you anxious. And that's how I felt with dating some of the people that I've dated. And I know I don't have borderline personality disorder. It's just these people brought out that behavior in me because it was so infuriating to fucking deal with him. That's my question for you. I am diagnosed borderline histrionic and ADHD. Okay, just asking. Just some food for thought. Let's see. Where did I leave off? My last relationship when I was 19 and my ex was 24, she was a 4chan neat. I've also had this experience. Me and you were like the same person. I've also dated a 4chan neat before. It was very bad. Locked in and was online, lasted for 3 months, and it was we were very compatible in a lot of things, but there was a few very core aspects that we disagreed on. She wanted to have kids, and I was okay with that, but I didn't think that working as a stripper is a sustainable way to earn money. LOL. Yeah, probably not a great idea to be a stripper if you intend on having kids. Because the kids are gonna find out. Your kids' friends are gonna find out. And then your kids are gonna get fucking bullied. Needless to say, in that relationship, I was much more stable, and it was more me emotionally coddling her, treating her how to deal with her, teaching her how to deal with her trauma. Of course, X2 didn't approve of X3 in the slightest. I mean, I get that you're friends with your ex, but, you know, maybe don't ask exes for advice on your current relationships. I think that's kind of like a poisoned water source, maybe. What do you think your ex would warn me about? It used to be me being anxious attachment style, but I'm secure now. Thankfully, now it's probably spiraling. If I get triggered, then sometimes I would spiral, and I won't do anything self-destructive like I used to, but I would ask some very anxiety-inducing questions that are related to some of my insecurities. My height, as good as your previous exes, that happened once in my last relationship and didn't go very far since I just isolated myself till I had calmed down. How tall are you? Just out of curiosity. Just wondering. Why is Stinky one of the stream tags? Because I don't shower. I don't leave my house and I don't shower. Faye place to rot on the internet. 4chan in 2020 nowadays, it's really nowhere. I'm out of the loop with Discord online mental illness rot. Shout out to Arc9K for that femdom thread. That shit was straight gas. Yeah, I mean, I posted a lot in 4chan in my day. It's not the same anymore. It's kind of boring. I think the funny people in 4chan kind of left a long time ago and got, like, lives and stuff, and they don't come anymore. It's the most cesspit it's ever been. Hot take. I think they need to learn how to love quietly more. Noticing little habits and helping optimize them. Either it bring them a better chair for their neck hump or a new medicine for their acne. It's kind of fucked up, I think. I think if someone truly loved you, they would study you and help you support you as best they can in your life. For example, I would love to fix my partner's chair and just not need to tell them. It's to send love and not expect to receive any back, and trying not to see it as a transaction. Based! That's not even a hot take, that's just how you should operate. A good relationship is, somebody in the relationship is, it's like a 60-40 split of, like, putting effort into the relationship, with both of the people in the relationship thinking that they're the ones doing the 60%, okay? Wild card freebie to overshare. At 15, I got groomed by a 24-year-old Finnish woman. I don't know about you, big dog, but it might have left lasting impressions. Just a maybe. That definitely left lasting impressions, but, you know, I'm glad that you're kind of just rolling with it. Dating question. I'm really open for any and all forms of criticism. I have zero notes for you, dude. I think you're a self-aware dude. I think you have a good face. You go to the gym and shit, and you're buff as fuck. I think you're gonna do well as far as dating goes. I think you are going to make some woman extremely fucking happy, and I think maybe you should play this like you're the catcher, because this could very easily translate into somebody taking advantage of you as somebody who has strictly good intentions and a lot of self-awareness in dating, and they might latch on to the fact that you could end up a little bit clingy and a bit more of a doormat, since you do have borderline personality disorder, and you're afraid of them abandoning you. But yeah, dude, this is an amazing profile. No notes. You got good things going for you, kid. This is an example for the class. This is a 5-star Michelin 5-star restaurant here, so good on you. Also, good nipple sensor. Where's the nipple sensor? I don't see a fucking nipple. Oh. You're a dude, you don't have to censor your fucking nipples. What's wrong with you? But I guess I appreciate it from a Twitch standpoint. Or something, I don't fucking know. I ain't got game. It's a solid year or two. In a solid, like, year or two? So, are you relying on dating apps, or are you talking to people in real life? So, you know, that's always a factor. Cyprus is also an extremely tiny fucking island, so that's not helping your case. When I went to visit Cyprus, I was in this restaurant on one side of the island, and I was sketching this woman I saw in the restaurant in my sketchbook. Then 3 days later, on the complete opposite side of the fucking island, I saw the same lady going to the chemist. So your problem with Cyprus is that there's like 5 women that live there. So, you know, you might want to try a different country at some point if you can afford to do that. Also, you need to keep in mind the issue is internet culture isn't big there either. That's a positive. That's a good thing. So that means you have more opportunities to meet people organically if people aren't, you know, drinking the internet Kool-Aid when it comes to dating. If you went to Cyprus, throw your phone away. That shit is compromised. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Like, my ex of 5 years, my 5-year almost married ex, he found a girlfriend within like 2 months because he lives in Cyprus, and I guess he just goes out and he does things. You know, the good thing about that though is that she's ugly. It was a downgrade. She has a huge fucking chin and big meaty arms. So, you know, good for him for finding somebody else, but haha, downgrade. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. But yeah, it's probably might be a degree easier, even if you haven't had game for 2 years. Maybe you just need to put yourself out there a little more, because if my ugly, chinless, self-unaware, morbidly obese ex-fiance can find a girl, you can find a girl much easier. You're definitely more of a catch than my ex was. Alright, next! But I don't have a fucking visa. I need to go to the US, but you don't have a visa? Shit. You might have to wait till the next presidency happens, because this administration's kind of fucked when it comes to immigrating here. Might be a little bit of a chore with the things that we have going on domestically. Chinese Lamau, what? Huh? Trust me, you really don't want to. I mean, it just depends on who the president is. Maybe not right now. You might have to wait a little while. The president isn't very nice to foreigners at the moment. Alright, I have to pee again. I will be right back! I have to pee and get water because my throat is getting really dry. Where is it? We'll be right back. Mika's back, wow. Where's the damn live button? Not that one. This one. Dog boy, are you next in the queue? I'm not gonna skip people because that wouldn't be fair. You're gonna have to wait in line. Because then everybody's gonna be asking me to skip. And I ain't doing that. Gonna have to wait your turn. I just hope she gets to McLovin today because I gotta work on Friday. Let's see, we got 30 minutes. Maybe I'll try to speed run some of these. Why is Cresno on here twice? Alright, Alex. It's Alex's turn. Alright, we got Alex from New Jersey, United States. Special interests or talents? What? Submitted, have fun, we've got more. Damn, I didn't know this would be like a popular stream.
Should have done this a long time ago.
Special interests or talents. I go to a lot of different conventions, Renaissance fairs, and concerts, and I've gotten into collecting vinyl records. Bitches love conventions and Renaissance fairs, by the way, so that's a good place to potentially meet girls. I played trombone, baritone, and tuba casually for 10 years, based, and want to learn the bagpipes, based. Really weird, but based. You would do well if you lived in Portland. Bitches in Portland love weird instruments and shit. The problem with Portland is everybody there is polyamorous. I went to school for design, 2D, 3D, VFX, etc. based, and I love to draw with a bunch of mediums, mainly pencil, digital, and watercolor. I have a wall of art books I have collected over the years, from Lane Decker to anime. I love all sorts of games, board games, TTRPGs, card games, etc. And I paint miniatures. I plan on making a diorama for them. I was trying to teach myself boxing in college, but work got in the way and I'm getting back into the sport. Go to Riz method. I try to compliment someone's fashion choices and then hopefully get into small talk from there. That's a good tactic. It's a very excellent tactic. That's the tactic I use when I want to talk to somebody and I don't want them to necessarily know that I'm flirting with them. So I just give them a compliment like, oh, nice shoes, cool shirt, nice eyes, and then I leave and hopefully they'll get the message and then they'll come talk to me. But yeah, it's a good tactic. Date location. I'd imagine a museum or a casual eatery, like a bar. If they want to do something more hands-on, maybe an arcade or something to do in a public park. It's good. Very good. Make sure this group photo isn't your main photo on the dating app, because nobody knows which one of these motherfuckers is you. Main perks. I like to make things for people, like either illustrations, experiences. I host parties for my friends a lot and generally like to be dependable. I'm also very patient, so I'm a decent listener. My biggest red flag, my self-confidence and self-esteem isn't great. I tend to run myself ragged trying to help out all of my friends, so I'm a little bit of a pushover and a doormat. So that's, it's a little bit crippling when you're trying to talk to women, is not having self-confidence, because again, women can smell an insecure dude a mile away. And they don't find it endearing, they find it weird. If you're underconfident, you have you run the likelihood of coming off as weird and creepy. So you have to do your best to exude confidence with women, or you'll actually make them scared. You'll be scared, and then the woman will be scared. Personal hell, being forgotten about, being unable to do anything about a situation, dating experience, none to speak of. Wait, how old are you? 25. Not that bad. None to speak too much, self-doubt at the time. So yeah, you're currently your own worst enemy here. You're crippling yourself by not having the confidence in yourself to do the things that you want to do, to talk to the people that you want to talk to. So that's mainly what you've got to work on before I even get to the dating question, if you have one. Favorite places to raw on the internet: Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. I think my profile is a 5 out of 10. It's not a 5 out of 10, dude. I'd say you got a solid 8, aside from, like, your confidence issues, man. Dating question. My friends think I am too harsh on myself, sandbag, and don't show off my best features and interest. Any methods to help that? So, let's see. How would you help that? Well, you have to realize that it's not a bad thing to be confident. in yourself. This is a cool shirt, by the way. This would get a bitch for sure, because bitches love Mad Mickelson. This is also funny. I just realized that you're hover-handing nobody. Yeah, dude, you're your own worst enemy. The only thing stopping you from getting bitches is yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to stop being self-deprecating. Being self-deprecating is funny to an extent, and it just becomes like a chore for people to deal with, because then people feel compelled like they always need to be the person bringing you up, and they shouldn't have to. You should be able to bring yourself up. Okay? Self-deprecation is like a spice. You can put like turmeric or cumin. Cumin has like a very strong taste. You only need like a little bit of cumin in things, or else you're gonna overwhelm the fucking dish with it. And so it's the same thing with self-deprecation. Just use a little bit, and then you become relatable and humble. But if you do it too much, people just think you're like a sad gay loser, and you don't want to be a sad gay loser when you're trying to talk to girls. Could show off the shirt in a different context or add a smile. He's got smiles. He's smiling in this one. I think this one is funny, and it doesn't matter if he's not smiling, because the idea is to show off the shirt. It's like it's a photo that's kind of meant to be awkward because it's cheeky. This is a good photo. The Drive cosplay is spot on. So, you know, your problem is your own self-confidence, and self-confidence is something that just comes with practice. So in order to get self-confidence, you have to pretend like you have it, and you have to learn how to start talking to people. I used to be super self-deprecating, and it was poison. I learned to be confident when I learned to pretend I was confident even for shits and giggles. Yeah, like that. You just have to, like, fake it till you make it, basically. You need to channel your inner Gosling and be nonchalant and drive a lot. You drive... You need to become an Uber driver while you're dressed like this, and then when a girl gets in your car, don't talk to her. Just, like, you know, do the thing that he does through the whole movie where he just kind of stares, gives her the smolder, like... And that's the entire Uber drive, and I guarantee you, she will be eating out of your fucking hands. Hey, he's literally me. That's funny with, like, this fucking picture, because it's like the meme where men turn 21 and they pick one of these as their main personality. We've got Patrick Bateman, we've got Driver from Drive. I didn't see that movie. I didn't get it. I watched 30 minutes of it, and I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this? And you got Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. So, you know, cue that Ryan Gosling I actually am meme where he's supremely autistic. Bonus points if you run over a family while you do it. But yeah, you know, confidence, man. I have no idea what this movie's about. I didn't watch it. But yeah, you know, if you have the confidence to cosplay, you have the confidence to talk to a girl, okay? You just have to practice. And my prescription, my Dr. Mika prescription that, you know, I'm prescribing to everybody is just start having conversations with people. Go outside, go to the grocery store, and start talking to the clerk. Start talking to the cashier. This is also what I do to practice. I just practice on people that I'm probably never going to see again. When I went to get my computer looked at a couple months ago, I made a point of, like, practicing my riz on the people fixing my fucking computer, and I had the whole store cracking up. And, you know, it's just, you just gotta put yourself out there. And it definitely works for, you know, people that you have a less encounter of, like, if you embarrass yourself, you're probably not gonna see that person again. So maybe go across town to a grocery store that you don't usually go to, and, you know, attempt to make the cashier laugh, because, you know, they're also kind of paid to talk to you, so it's like you're both kind of getting something out of it. Just give that a shot. Mika, I do have a question, and it's something that has been frustrating me a lot. On my submission, you said I did really well, and I'm sure I did. The issue is all of these traits and behaviors I have, none ever gets to that deep part of a connection with me, to a point where they can see these qualities with me, to a point where hold on. I read it twice because the chat's moving. No one ever gets to that deep part of connection with me to a point where they can see these qualities and traits. So what do? Do I change nothing? Do I change something? Or is it the right person going to explore this connection themselves? Yeah, it's the right person. Also, you're really fucking young. You're 21 years old. Most people your age are unfortunately very fucking stupid. So you also have that working against you. Because, you know,
Could you do my dog boy or Jacob submission next?
if I get to it, yeah, you gotta wait in line. We're not shoving each other in line. It's like a queue when you're in fucking kindergarten. Your turn is when your turn is, and if I don't get to you today, I'll get to you on Friday. But 21-year-olds usually don't have the amount of self-awareness you do, and if you're trying to date people who are like that, and you know most 21-year-olds are just kind of figuring out. A lot of 21-year-old girls and boys are like they're doing flings and situationships, and they don't want to commit because they think they have their whole life ahead of them, and it's I don't know, some people think it's weird to commit that young because, you know, everybody has to, like, explore dating when it's just not that fucking deep. So, you have people with that mentality, working against you. Maybe try dating older women because, you know, you have a maturity level that I was not expecting. Like, if you didn't tell me you were 21, I would have assumed you were late 20s, maybe even early 30s with, like, that much of personal work done on your own psyche. So again, it's not you, it's just the environment.
Oh no, Mike. You've gone mute and can't salute your peers. The ever-resourceful Michael. Wave.
What does that mean? That was not a burp, that was here inner demon trying to escape. I've got a lot of inner demons and I'll never let them escape. They're stuck here with me. If they want to possess my body, this is what they have to deal with. Yo, chat. Yo, Skype! I DM'd Danica Patrick last year at Burning Man. I don't know who Danica Patrick is. Well, I had to do that personal work or else I would have killed myself from the BPD, lol. Well, you know, sometimes character building exercises will do that to you, and you have to do that in order to survive with them. So, yeah, it's pretty uncommon to do that much digging into yourself, that early in your life. So it's both a good thing and also a disadvantage because, you know, you're probably looking for somebody who's on your maturity level, and there aren't a whole lot of 21-year-olds that are like that, and in general, there aren't a whole lot of people in Cyprus. So, travel when you can. Maybe you can't go to the US, but, you know, you've got a whole Europe around you that you could try and talk to a woman in. Give that a shot. Danica Patrick is a NASCAR driver? I didn't know they had girl NASCAR drivers. BPD people are very self-aware as long as they are not in a relationship. It's when the emotions take over and ruin things. Well, I think this guy at least understands that he has the capacity to do that in a relationship. And he's probably put, you know, limits on himself so he doesn't do that. I think he's got it figured out. It's just, you know, it's a matter of time.
Alright, next! Next one! Oh, it's Kresno! Kresno's here!
It's Kresno from NYC. Special interests or talents, I like a lot of things. I like photography, long walks, board games. I play a bunch of instruments. I have a lot of tongue. I have a long tongue! Thank you for specifying. Yep. I guess that's a talent. That's good. And I like to cook. Go to Riz Method. I try to ask the person in questions about themselves. You should be listening more than talking, I feel. Date location, art shows, parks, dive bars, arcades. Main perks, I make good pancakes and good back massage. I also like to cuddle. Good. Based. Biggest red flag, if they're a dick. They want problems, bad relationships with parents because they will have some aspect of their parents within them. It's supposed to be your red flags, dude. It's not theirs. Personal hell, not being able to take a break and chill. Dating experience, I have had many GFs. I ended a majority on good terms. Based. What do you think your ex would warn me about? He's very childish and selfish. Well, at least you know probably what the issues are, I suppose. Favorite places to rot on the internet. Twitch.tv/kamikaze shortbus. Based answer. Hot take. I think people who are vegan are weird and should be considered a threat. Wild card, freebie to overshare. I have a big heart and a big pee-pee. Editors note this motherfucker sent so many dick pics. It clogged the system for 8 hours. It is big though. Beautiful. Your profile is not a 6 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9. All right. Long text alert. This isn't that long. Hey Mika, Krez here. I want to hear your take on the date I had. This girl I've been chatting up for months. She's a very busy girl because she works as a therapist. But I finally got a chance to hang out with her one-on-one. The day of, I was supposed to meet her around 3, and she told me she was with a friend to get her hair done. Do women do this often? You're asking the wrong woman, because I cut my own hair. Last time I got my hair cut by somebody else, they fucked me up, and now I have a sex offender mullet, and I cover it with hair extensions, so don't ask me. Then she got stuck at traffic. It was no biggie since I didn't leave till 6, but traffic was so bad we met at 8. She was driving in New York City during Pride Week. That shit ain't going anywhere. When I take people on dates, I like doing a bunch of stuff and take them to nice spots. I took her to an art exhibit, and she doesn't really go to many art shows, so I showed her how to enjoy them. You look at artwork and vibe. There was a part where you could draw on a wall, so I drew some funny memes, and she drew a 4-leaf clover. After we enjoyed art, she wanted to get a bite to eat, so I took her and tried a true burger spot. 7th Street Burger is the equivalent of In-N-Out on the East Coast, and it is so good, Mika. Hot take, but I think In-N-Out is mid, and I like Fat Burger better. Anyway, I paid for the burgers because I am a gentleman. Correct. That's what you should do. And even though she was late as hell, it doesn't give me an excuse to be rude. We then sat at a park bench and ate our burgers. She was telling me about the sugar baby client and why this girl wasn't feeling fulfilled. Being a shit person means not many people like you. She told me that I gave her one of the best burgers she ever had, and that made me feel nice. She then wanted to walk around a bit and said she wanted to get dessert. She wanted to treat me back. That's good. She was telling me about how long it's been since she's been outside like this, and that it was a lot of fun. She also was touching my big arms, and I made fun of her string bean arms. She told me about her dad and her sister, and that was nice. We then get to her car, because I enjoyed talking to her, and then she drove me back to the train. But before I left, she was telling me about her ex she left. To be honest, I still think she has feelings, but this dude was literally yelling at her, and she recorded it and showed it to me. She's a nice girl, so I feel bad she was treated poorly, but someone she dated for 8 years, damn. It was getting late, so I told her, hey, if you don't want to be single, hit me up. Then I wanted to kiss her on the lips, but like a big gay boy, I kissed her forehead because I didn't want ass. I wanted her heart. Oh, that's so sweet. Then I left. I sent her a text when I got home, and now I will just wait if she wants to see me again. I don't mind waiting the long game, Mika, but I also don't want to waste my time. Hopefully this is good content for your streams. Love you, homo, Krez. So this is like a fucking 10 out of 10 date, I must say. You were a complete gentleman. You didn't give her shit for being late. You totally understood that, driving in New York City during Pride sucks big floppity donkey dick, and you were understanding about it. You paid for her meal, and then she reciprocated by paying for dessert. It seemed like you didn't lose here. How long ago was this? How long ago did this happen? Because I guess all you're doing right now is playing the waiting game to see if she texts you back. So I don't know. It seemed like it went really well. Like last Sunday. What day is it? Today's Wednesday. Okay, so you did say she is like a busy therapist woman, so that might be a factor. Me personally, when a guy texts me back, or after the date, I usually reply back immediately. Has she texted you at all since the date happened? Oh, you got an ad? Fuck. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for Kresno because he got an ad. I guess he can't even see me talking. Somebody tell Kresno we're waiting for his ad to be done. Because I don't want to, like, finish what I'm saying while he's getting a fucking ad, because that would be stupid. Ad blocks don't work on Twitch, unfortunately. Are you asking for advice or showing off? It sounds like an awesome date. Yeah, it sounds like he had an amazing fucking time. But you just never know until, like, the person texts you back, because, they might have their own perceptions about how it went. I wanted to know if I was doing it right. Yeah, dude, you did this is a 10 out of 10 fucking date. You treated her like an absolute supreme gentleman, and I don't mean like that guy that shot up a college, like a real supreme gentleman. I have another date tomorrow because she didn't claim me. Do you have another date? Oh, he's still with an ad. We're waiting. Waiting for the ad to be over. Okay, ads are done? Okay. So what I was saying, in case you didn't hear me, you did a 10 out of 10 fucking job with this date. You were a total gentleman. If she doesn't want you, then she's the fucking problem, because this is incredible. This is what you should do. This is like, people should use this as a template for how to treat women. 10, 9, 8, 7, what? Huh? Oh, I forgot to mention? What'd you forget to mention? Oh. Oh! Thank you for the gifted sub, Jordan, my boy. You actually dressed up? This is what, yeah! Dude, I went on a date with a guy in November, and he wore fucking dirty sweatpants to it. Like, why? You should definitely wear good stuff to a fucking date, because it makes women, if you don't, it makes women think you don't fucking care. And obviously that guy didn't care, but I was just like, okay, well, I rarely get dates, so maybe I'm just gonna, like, overlook that one. And, you know, you shouldn't. I'm not gonna do that stuff to myself anymore. I'm just gonna, like, if they're not showing me their best self immediately, I am going to leave. But yeah, dude, you did fucking great. Unfortunately, it's all about what she thinks, because, you know, as good as you can do, you can never force somebody into being in a relationship with you. But I will say, if she doesn't accept you as a relationship, she's a fucking retard, because you did everything right. The wild factor is like, it's like a variable, you know, you can't predict how the other person interprets the date you were on, even if you did everything perfectly. You might just be dating an idiot. But, yeah, I have no notes, so maybe she'll text you back, maybe she won't. Go ahead and go on your date tomorrow with somebody else. Don't wait around, because, you know, you're a catch, you know how to treat women, and eventually somebody is going to recognize that, and they're going to take you seriously as a potential date. One thing I do hear about New York is that it's allegedly the worst place for dating, because people are incredibly fucking shallow, so you do have that working against you, because I guess people are perfectionists, maybe, and they're, you know, looking for qualities that are superhuman, from what I've read about New York. So, you know, you can only do as best as you can do in New York, I suppose. It is the worst place today. Okay, that's correct. That's not just a weird statistic I read online. Unfortunately, my dad keeps saying, "Oh, you should move to New York, and New York's really fun. You should go hang out with your cousin Tessia and have a good time in New York." And I'm like, that is not going to improve my dating prospects. That is probably going to be much worse. I think I'll only, if I put up with dating again, it'll be long after I've left California, because California has a similar problem. The place that's second to New York in terms of worst place to date is Los Angeles, and that is the closest city that I live to. So I am cooked, chat. I am fucking cooked. All the people in Los Angeles are transactional and vapid and overly political, and I can't deal with the people in that fucking city. Everyone in NY wants a model or millionaire because they think being in NY gives them the right to those things. It's the same in LA, really. Leave already? I fucking can't. I have to take care of my mom. Unless we figure out a way to move my mom and myself and my dad, because I like my dad. Because my dad also wants to move. We were thinking of, like, Florida or Texas. Might be cool. But yeah, California ain't it. My sis lives in LA and I don't want to visit. Don't. There's nothing to see here. It's a fucking cesspit, man. Alright, next. We're finally at Dog Boy. We got to him just in the nick of time. Have you tried a trebuchet? Like for dating? Like launching myself in one? What do you mean? Alright, I hope this is not a picture that you use in a dating profile, because this is terrible. It makes you look like a serial killer right off the bat. I'm gonna tell you that. Take this picture off of your dating profile. You're gonna scare the hoes. You're scaring the hoes with this one. From Korea and China, special interests or talents. I can draw stuff. I can produce some beats that aren't FL Studio jank. I can rap a bit. I love music, especially 90s, 2000s, experimental, and underground hip-hop things. I also go to the gym. Go to Riz method. I just feel the rhythm of how the person is feeling, and I try to go with the flow. Taking it easy and being authentic through expressing bits of your interest to the person. Another way to do it is to take things that are happening to you and just asking them a bit about it. Basically, I just don't try and get on shawty like you want to crack on him. Everyone can always tell when you trying to do that shit. Just try and feel relaxed and know that everyone around you is just as nervous, even if you don't know it. Yeah, that's solid. Solid. My mom says that. Well, no, yeah, dude, she's right, dude. This is fucking scary. Don't have this on your dating profile. This is not flattering. You look like you're gonna kill somebody. You look like you're gonna start biting people. Stop. See, this is a good normal picture. This is good. Date location, McDonald's ball pits. Do they have ball pits in the McDonald's in South Korea? I feel like they don't. I feel like they don't have space for that. At least the ones that I saw when I was there. I didn't see any ball pits. It was pretty sad. Main perks. I will not stop yamping government conspiracies and documents. That's not a perk. That's not a perk. Do not bring up conspiracy theories on a fucking date. Unless you are dating somebody who is also into conspiracy theories. You're going to scare the hoes. Also talk about lots of things about hip-hop. Those are good. Diss on white people. Bad. Do not be a racist on a date. And talk about random histories on things. I see we're going out. I guess unless you're dating somebody who is also racist. I guess it's fine. First date idea, scaring the hoes. Yeah, you're giving me a lot of scaring the hoes energy for this. Personal hell, not being able to achieve your dreams, like, at all. Oh, and having your nerves pulled about 24/7. Real. Okay, so this is a normal, it's a fine picture. However, half of your face is blocked with the fucking phone. Take a better one where you just move the phone slightly out of the way. You're doing it even worse here. Nobody can see what you fucking look like. This is a big dating no-no. I need to see your fucking face. Dating experience, I didn't really date anyone because I didn't feel like dating. Rather, I was just hanging out with them like anyone else I interacted with. Well, you're also like 18, so it's normal. Like, they would just offer to buy drinks for me and such. What do you think your ex would warn me about? If you can't handle minor sped behavior, do not do it. What is minor sped behavior? What is that? What does that mean? They removed the ball pits from all the McDonald's in my areas after I kept stealing the balls. Those things are so fucking gross, but they were really fun when I was a kid. I would just find, like, old chicken nuggets in them, though, so that wasn't fun. I didn't like exploring the ball pit to find a moldy chicken nugget or, like, some kid's vomit at the bottom of the pit. SPED is short for specially educated, I believe. So you're taking your okay, so minor special ed behavior. Okay, so you're just a little autistic. Everybody is, that's fine. Favorite place to rot on the internet, r/Playboy Cardi, playing old school RuneScape. Hot take. Like what Little B-based God said, less opinion, more perspective, and being kind to people even when they don't return the same kindness back to you. On the perspective thing, people are just way too attached to their opinion. And I'm not saying you can't have a very adamant opinion, but what I'm saying is that wouldn't it be more interesting to look into a different viewpoint instead of just holding the same opinions 24/7? Like, I don't know, maybe you could learn something from it and can add the thing that you believe about. Another take here is that we need to just not be assholes to each other and just be kind whenever you can. The current society lacks brotherhood and sisterhoods around us, and we could start doing that by paying forward the kindness to others around us. Like, it wouldn't hurt to just randomly buy a homeless man a coffee or just holding the door for somebody else. Doing kind things doesn't make their days feel better. It elevates your own spiritual positivity as well. I agree. That's a funny thing I find about, like, making, like, the last YouTube video I made. You go into things like that having, like, a strong opinion, and then you do research on them, and it kind of changes your opinion a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't like when people are hard stuck on something they believe in, because, you know, there's always some amount of nuance to the things that they believe. So yeah, that's a good take. I love the comments, guys. Absolutely hilarious. This is a good pick, but it's fucking blurry. Eyeliner's cool. You know, if you're Korean, you can get away with wearing makeup as a dude. In fact, that's like the standard. So if anything, you need more makeup. You need like some hot pink fucking lipstick. You need to grow out your bowl cut so you can, you know, go full K-pop with it. Fuck it. Bitches love K-pop. That's like the thing now. Especially with the K-pop Demon Hunters just came out. You need to go more K-pop with it, dude. Wild card freebie to overshare, glory to the CCP, and I like to give a quick shout out to Based God and JPEG Mafia. I say my profile is a 0 out of 10. It's not a 0 out of 10, but you need work with the pictures, dude. I think you've got an endearing personality, and I know there are women out there that would, you know, fuck with a young creative such as yourself. But you gotta work on these pictures. You gotta get the phone out of your fucking face. You gotta delete whatever this is. Get this one out of here. Never show this to anybody ever again. This is terrifying. Don't like it. This one just needs more resolution, but it's a good photo. You just, you know, you're missing some pixels. It's a little blurry. Ever thought about dyeing your hair? What would he dye his hair to? Maybe he could do the K-pop blonde thing. That might be cool. Or unless you're talking to me, in which case I've dyed my hair pink before and it was fucking disaster and I hated it. Nick, I think if I take everything you have said somewhat seriously, I would say chill out a tad, less greasy hair, and more flattering photos. Ultimately, people on dating apps look at the pictures pretty exclusively, so you gotta do better there. Yeah, I agree. The pictures are, like, pretty important. If you're scaring the hoes like this, they're gonna swipe past you and they're not even gonna read any of this shit. You gotta grab their attention fast. And, you know, people judge by the first fucking thing that they see visually, and it's not gonna be reading a sentence. I guarantee you people are not, like, you know, ignoring the pictures to read the fucking sentences. So you gotta take better pictures of yourself, man. You're a fine-looking dude. You just, you know, gotta take flattering fucking images of yourself. It's very lookism. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. But, you know, if you're Korean, you should be used to that. The whole country is based off of lookism. There is a Korean webcomic called Lookism. That's the entirety of South Korea. Shit, dude. It's fucking bad. It's time for your daily goon sesh, by the way, Mika. I don't have those. You have me confused with the titty streamers. I'm not a goon person. I don't approve of gooning. You will never see me goon on stream. You will not see so much as a titty because I don't have any. I am flat-chested, unfortunately. So this is an anti-goon stream. But I appreciate you being concerned about my lack of gooning. That just means you're a real one that cares about your friends. But, yeah, it's fucking 5 o'clock. We got through 8 of these. No, we got through 9 of them. That's pretty impressive. I didn't think you would even get this far, but we've got several more left, and I think people even submitted while we were having this stream. So we'll pick this back up on Friday. This was a fun stream. I'm glad we did this. I really like audience participation streams. They're the most fun. Flat justice. Don't say that. Mika, don't goon. I'm not a gooner. I would never. What about goobing? I don't know what goobing is. What is goobing, and how does it compare to gooning? But yeah, this is great. This is fun. I'm gonna go take care of my mom, see what she's up to. I was gonna go somewhere for the 4th of July, but that's not possible, given my life situation, so I will be here, streaming on America's fucking birthday. Maybe I'll get drunk, because alcohol is fun on a special occasion. I'm slowly becoming an alcoholic, maybe. Don't follow in my footsteps. Be nice to people. Don't drink. Mika, where do we submit again? Let me get the link. It's in the Discord.
Let me just grab that real quick.
Mika's dating hole. That's where the link is. Just gonna copy and paste. Copy that. Put it here. Yeah. There it is. Submit more if you'd like, 'cause I'm having fun. I get to, it's like unlimited things to talk about, so this is a great stream that goes by really fast. Will there be VODs for each of these submissions? Yeah, I'm not gonna delete them. I mean, Twitch automatically deletes them, but I think YouTube keeps them for as long as you want them there. So if you don't see the VOD on Twitch, check the YouTube channel. Probably gonna hit the Jaeger like it owes me money. It's a good, Jaeger bombs are cool. I haven't had a Jaeger bomb in a while. And there's also just the regular drink Jaeger. It needs to be in bomb format for me to enjoy it. I also have been quitting porn recently, as you should. That only serves to help you in life. There are no negatives to quitting porn. An example of goobing would be like, hey, I'm gonna go to the store and goob. So is goobing something that you can do in public in front of, like, families? Interesting. I'll look up what you do in order to goob. I'll look up some goobing tactics. Maybe there'll be a goobing channel on the server. Might not goon, but we still real. Alright, boys and girls. I think there's girls that come to this now. Boys and girls. I'll see you next time. Keep it breezy. I love you. Say it back. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Thanks for submitting. It was fun. See ya Friday. Do you permit fraudage in the chat? No!